Hey, River, stop it. All right. Hey. What did I say? I said stop. There we go. Set that. All right, we are ready to go. How's everybody doing? Y'all ready to talk some Wandavision? Hopefully you're all caught up. Oh, there's Abdo telling me he's gonna be on his way. Make sure, reminding me to put my phone on the do not disturb. I got some theories. All right, we'll get into the theories soon. We'll let everyone kind of, pile in and, give some people a couple of fair warnings before they realize we're going to be talking spoilers. So if you didn't see it in the title or you don't see it over there, there's going to be spoilers for WandaVision. So you've been warned. All right, let's get comfortable here. Should have done this before, but well. Took my 6-star Colossus to rank 2 today. Dude, nice. He is sick. Rank 2 for sure. Who'd rank up? 4-star Max Domino, Colossus, or Red Mags? Went for Uncollected with Aegon, Black Panther, Civil War, or Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and Doc Ock. Domino, Colossus, River. What? We just started. What? Go ahead, jump up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're gonna hijack the stream just like you did my video? Come on. Abdo gonna be streaming as well? I think so. We're not running incursions this time, just because we already hit all the milestones. But yeah. Doesn't the episode go live in 5 hours? Yeah, the episode goes live in about 5 hours. So we're gonna be talking about episode 4, spoilers from last week. For those that didn't hang around for the live stream of the episode, and those who, wait until later in the week to watch the episode. So come on, River. Yeah, so if you want to come back later tonight, we'll be doing another stream where we watch it live. Are you gonna jump up here or not? Are you just chilling? You keep looking up here. You're gonna keep meowing like crazy. Cap, Abdo, Xander, how's the babes? What's going on, Nick? Doing good, man. Doing good. There we go. Now we got smart. All right. I need to change my masteries, which is why I have it on the screen. I kind of just haven't done it yet. Ugh. Ow. Ow. Clown me. Ow. I need to clip your claws. Look, cut holes in my shirt. I like this shirt. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Hi. All right. Lay down. I love you too. Thank you for the snuggles. Oh, I never answered that guy's question though. Where was that? Domino, Colossus, or Red Mags? I'd say Colossus or Red Mags. Whichever one you prefer. I feel like Red... it's so tough, yeah. They're both really, really good. Everything in the war season's doing good so far, man. Running through LOL right now. For footage. Nice. And disliking it, though. Yeah, that tends to happen, man. Alright, let's see. Maybe I'll keep Suicides on, actually, for the event quest. I just have to take them off before I do my Alliance War fights. The next few. Oh, there's Abdo calling me. Hello? Can you hear me? Doing good, man.
up. I see you guys are,
There
or
we
you
go.
got already things started there.
Yep, I'm going. And I just realized I had you muted, but you should be able to hear you now.
Yeah, all good.
Everyone say hello to Abdo in the chat.
Let's see here. Okay, I
Yellow
think
Jacket's
I
being
am.
slept on pretty hard right now, says Clobberin. Dude, that's music to my ears. Tell me everything about Yellow Jack, because, I've got this guy just chilling here, waiting for someone to tell me he's worth the rank up. I've got 2 Science Awakening gems. Or, sorry, Science T5 CCs. I could take him to
Um,
rank 3.
I'm I'm the one who's supposed to be intoxicated, not clobbering. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know what he's
what
talking
have
about,
you been
but
on? Because everything else
yeah,
I've heard has been like, he's trash still.
explain some things to us because he's not seemed super
Or
exciting to me so
rather,
far.
get that video out soon, and then we'll watch your video. We will go watch your video and explain it there.
Even
Don't
better.
don't spoil it for us here. Hi, River.
So how you been?
Good. Been. I woke up this morning and went with my my mom and my nephew to. He has a little gymnastics class that he goes to, and so I was running around with him all morning doing that. So that was fun.
Nice. Right on.
How about you?
Yeah, just chilling. Haven't done too much. Was just grinding away the last couple days, so
Nice.
nothing else too exciting. But it's been a good week since last
Good.
Thursday. What's going
Big
on,
Blue.
Josh? What's going on, Muriel?
Big
Oh,
Blue,
go
I've
ahead.
been
Sorry.
looking forward to the stream since I watched episode 4 Straight Fire. Yeah, the episode was absolutely amazing. We'll give it a couple more minutes here to let people show up and also get a warning that you're going to get spoilers. If you haven't
Yep.
seen the newest episodes or any of the episodes for that matter, of Wandavision.
That's how it
Through
works.
episode 4. It's a
We
big
are
one.
on the
It
spoiler
was
stream.
a big one, the best one yet.
Yeah, it was definitely, without any spoilers, it was definitely the
It just
best one for
explained
me by
so
far. Yeah.
much.
Well, I was so tired of the. Well,
Yeah.
we'll get a few more minutes. We'll get a few more minutes
Yeah.
here, so we'll see.
All right. I'm just hopping in here because I don't know what quest this is first. An event quest? Let's see. The first chapter is the science one. All right. Didn't they change up some notes or something?
They did, yeah. It didn't seem like they were super exciting changes to me either. But I might have dog interruptions first thing here.
That's fine. River already jumped up and has been sitting on my lap the entire time.
She can. I don't know if the microphone picks it up as well on this though. Oh God, thank you, Zoe. That's wonderful. Yeah, I literally just took a shower. Like I watched WandaVision, took a shower, and then hopped out. And okay, so she had a treat right before then, and we were just outside right before that. But I think that she might want to go out again. She drank a bunch of water, so
yeah.
The McDonald's headset, yeah. Okay. Did I steal it from BG? No. What's up, Pixie? You got your Zoe fix already. Scotty says, "Yo, Abdo and Bay." What's up, Scotty? Scotty Lang.
When the defender is struck or blocks an attack, there's a 20% chance of the attacker with a poison. What kind of crap is this?
Yeah.
What?
So you're going for the new Cavalier event quest, right?
Yeah.
I I haven't looked at it. I almost thought it'd be a fun idea to just race or something, but that would be somewhat impractical, I suppose, if we were trying to discuss things too. You know.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like I'd want some of my characters that are locked in Alliance War if we were doing a race.
Right?
I.e., rank 3 Corvus, maybe. And my rank 3 Doom.
All right, I'm gonna try giving this dog some treats and
Red
see if
Hulk
she
owns
settles
this
down,
map.
but...
That is a good call. I have a rank 2 Red Hulk that I actually haven't really used much since I took him up. So
is yours awakened?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. See, if I awakened Red Hulk, I would probably take mine up too.
That was what got me to take him up. Oh shoot! I can't. He's on Alliance War defense.
Oh damn. What are we doing placing rank 2 defenders? Jeez.
Maybe I just do arena tonight. Maybe I just clickbait the thumbnail and just do arena.
I told you I'm putting the bromance arena on because that arena is only like 7 days anyways, right? And then
is it?
We can open up some romance crystals at the end because that'll be super exciting. Maybe one of us will get Scarlet Witch as a 5-star. You know. Yeah, that arena. It looks like it's 2, 3, and 4-star champions. Doesn't look very exciting. But so I figured it was good background for while we had a discussion.
Yeah. Any science champ works? Okay. Harry converts? Oh, okay then. Then I'm overreacting. Well, we're good. We're good. We'll do this.
It didn't seem like the changes were super exciting though. Like it didn't.
Okay.
They said that it should be easier. Which, first of all, okay, I don't really want it easier because it's already at a good enough level. I feel like.
Does this still have diss track?
And then no, I think they switched that stuff, right?
Okay.
I think.
I don't know. Let me go back and look.
Yeah.
Use Wanda and Vision.
That's all we can use the whole way through. Since we can't use any.
Oh, okay.
Like
The science attackers reduce the potency of the poison by 85%. And when a science attacker dodges an attack or performs a well-timed block, their poison debuffs and passives are removed. Okay, never mind. That's not too bad. I didn't read all the notes, so I just read the one that says it poisons us, and I was like, "This is stupid."
Well, we're not here to read. We're here to play video games.
Yeah, what is this, guys?
Chat about movies and TV from comic books. So, reading, ridiculous.
Right, we're just gonna use Cap Infinity War for all of this and go.
What's up, Xander? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yep. How's it going?
Reminder to leave a line for your 4-star champs. Also, they brought back the 4-star challenge thing.
They did. This month is a 10% with the 4 stars. So,
gotcha.
You whatever the easiest lane is, probably leave that for them.
I don't even know which one it is, so I just went in the first one. Hopefully, this wasn't the easiest one.
I mean, typically it's the one that has the fewest amount of nodes on it. I would say. You're watching while you're grinding the romance arena too. Okay, right on. Cool.
Sweet.
Couple more minutes here, but then we will get on to the spoilers.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like what is this? This romance arena looks pretty. What's the top milestone? Oh, the top milestone is 500,000 points, and you can use 4 stars. So I think there's no point in I might as well just use my 4 stars.
Gotcha.
Call it good. Maybe I'll have to switch over to the T4B arena after that or something.
So if we're getting negative 85%, we're probably even regenning from the. Assuming we're getting regen from willpower because of that.
I don't know.
Now it's like I'm not getting a poison landed on me, so I can't even test that theory.
Yeah, I would need to actually see what the hell was going on. All right. I guess. I just want to go with my top champions, not even because I think I could just go for my top down and get 500,000, but maybe the points are different in this one. We'll see.
I'd recommend against using skill as Cap. I don't get the Fury. Why don't I get the Fury? There's some other.
Because you're shrugging off. You're shrugging off the poison. Because you have a skill champion on your team, so he's gonna shrug off the poisons, and then you'll be no good. What? Oh, romance team. Do I get bonuses for fighting against a romance team? Have you seen this where there's like?
Oh yeah, you just willpower this.
The arena has like a different box around it around the team. So I guess I should fight this team. Maybe it's because it has a romance synergy with it, I guess. I have no idea.
I'm still gaining the passive Fury.
I finished the Jubilee side quest just in time to get the 4-star Awakening Gem
crit.
and awakening my Nick Fury. Let's go. Nice.
I said 102k crit, like with my specials too. What do you mean don't use specials? What are you talking about? Now that you read that, repost Big Blue. However, your Captain will prevent a lot of the poisons being put on him. Makes the benefit. No, oh, you already said that. Okay. All right, guys. I think it's time we can start talking about the episode.
So, like Wanda, I mean, did not think that they would kill her off in the 4th episode
I
of
know,
the
right? She's dead.
show that's named after
Show's
her. It's just
over.
ridiculous, man.
Like, yeah, it was
Um,
insane.
I don't know, but it's gonna be really interesting seeing
Where they go from
Captain
here?
Marvel
Yeah,
go forward with it.
yeah.
Brie Larson, so forth. Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
no, of course not.
Readjusting. Yeah, of course. No, that didn't happen yet. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
we'll
dude,
just start a. Big
it's
Blue
so much
just
more
said.
exciting.
Big Blue just said, "I must have watched a different show." Yeah,
No,
we got the uncut version.
I didn't really. I don't know. I wasn't down with the whole 50s and 60s and 70s, for that matter, sitcom.
Yeah,
It just wasn't doing it for me. I was just like, okay, I know this is going somewhere, and I do want to see where it goes.
yeah. I just
But
wanted it to
also-
get there faster.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch this damn.
But now,
sitcom.
now that we got this episode, really explain everything that went down. So now I like those episodes a little bit more now.
Nah.
At least that's for me. Yeah.
Like I understand why they did them. I understand why they had the setup and everything. But whoops, supposed to go for romance team. But it just didn't really. It still was like, I feel like we could have started with this episode, maybe, and then had the other ones or something. Or I like.
I think I like the way they did it because, oh no, if they did it the other way around, the way you're saying, then we would have known what's coming. This way, it kept us wondering those first couple episodes. We had an idea of like what's going on. River putting her tail right in front of my phone is not helping right now.
I get that, but I think that they just could have edited it slightly differently. I feel like to be more entertaining. I guess the first episodes were just pretty boring, honestly, for me. It's like, oh yeah, we got a sitcom. We know something interesting is coming, but we have 3 full episodes of just setup for when the interesting part gets here, and that's a lot of episodes,
Yeah.
3 full episodes of a season where it's just like, nah, it's okay.
Shoot,
But I know some other people really liked it a lot more than I did too. So
I should have looked at this full path. There's an Electro on this first path.
Nice.
Should have brought Quake.
Oh, I should have learned to parry before now.
It's a useful skill.
Yeah. Yeah, but okay, so let's start off with...
So yeah, the start of the episode, we get the reverse blip. That part right off the bat, I was like, whoa, this is the blip. Like, this is crazy. I might have to restart this path because of this freaking stupid idiot.
Because I just didn't think about how wild that would be to watch in reverse. And it kind of answers the question about, like, well, if they were, someone was in an airplane, when they were blipped.
I literally had that written down on my notes.
I mean, the Earth isn't in the same place. The Earth isn't in the same place as it was 5 years previously. So let alone, forget about the airplane. They're just not even in the same place in space time at all. So how do they come back?
They just spawn back in space.
Yeah,
where the Earth was when they disappeared 5 years ago.
Because they come back on the planet, so I guess they wouldn't be in space, right? Because they're back in the same places, locations. But if they were up in the air, like, that would be crazy. Or if they were on the International Space Station, do they just go back to the International Space Station, or like the Sword Base up above, or whatever? I don't know. It's interesting for starters there, but then just seeing everyone come back together and having her bump into people in the hospital and everything, that was super cool.
And hearing her memories return to her, and you hear Brie Larson's voice come in.
Yeah,
that was pretty crazy. Or whatever she
calls her.
Yeah.
I think she was billed for the episode, right? So.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm getting Zoe some more treats, guys. So just a memento. Yeah. So all that coming back, and then just how crazy that would be to have it be, 5 years down the road or whatever. And just, oh no, your mom's dead. And like, what are you talking about? She was right there just yesterday.
She just got out of surgery. Like, what do you mean she's dead? You said it went well. Like all that stuff. Like, yeah. So then once she realizes what's going on, obviously, then she goes back to the Sword headquarters, and I had falter on me. That's why I just messed up there. Okay, cool. And we get the whole like, oh, her mom. We found out that her mom helped found Sword.
Which
pretty cool.
It's not because this was sentient weapons, and what, right? Like
Sentient
the acronyms.
weapons, sword,
Yeah,
observation, response,
department
department.
or something.
I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
but like I think isn't it in the comics? Isn't it like sentient world observation? Like they're
Yeah.
observing other
Ouch.
worlds, right?
Ouch. Yeah, they changed it from worlds to weapons in the show,
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if they wanted it to be less, cosmic in scope a little bit.
Maybe.
Because it's probably a lot easier for budgetary reasons to shoot a TV show that's just based on Earth and kind of light space work rather than multiple different planets and locations and aliens, and there's limits even for the mouse, I guess. But
yeah, they tried to do a show with a Marvel show with characters from the moon and another. And that didn't go very well. I don't know if anyone's watched that show, but I don't advise you do it. Apparently, that was actually added to Disney Plus now.
That's the one I haven't watched. So now that it's on Disney Plus, maybe I will watch it.
Sadly, I actually did watch that beginning to end.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I did. So what? How did I miss there?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on really that I need to see every bit of content.
No, yeah, you didn't miss anything by missing that show.
Some of the content is, yeah. But yes, okay. So anyway, she's in the hospital. She goes back to Sword, and then the director is someone who obviously she knows, and he's kind of apologetic, like, "Oh, you probably would have been the director when your mom died if I wasn't here, if you were around," kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
So that sets up an interesting little dynamic there, but she seems totally cool with it. And he points out that she's the first person to report back, which is
They lost a lot of people.
That shows her character, kind of, right?
Yep.
As you'd expect, she's a hero.
But then she gets sidelined because there's a rule that her mom put in place that if anyone returns, that they have to be basically on a probation period, like before they get thrown back into duty. So she can't do any of the extra. Excuse me. Oh, hiccup. Any of the trips to space, because it sounds like she says she used to be doing missions in space, because they said things have been different since you returned, since you came back down, or something. He says something along those lines. So she clearly was doing missions in space.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was just on that same space station that we see Nick Fury on. Yeah, some people in the chat, let's see what you guys are talking about here. Some people saying, you think Mephisto? Yeah, Mephisto. We'll definitely get into all the who we think is behind all of this, really, because, yeah, we're just kind of going beginning of the episode to the end, and then afterwards we'll kind of just, like, I don't know, I guess talk about it all.
Ogham's saying, I love that in the 4th episode when Jimmy Woo is introduced, he does a card trick.
Yep, that was so good.
Which is the reference to Ant-Man 2.
That was so good.
The close-in magic or whatever. That was totally fantastic little... That's one of the things that makes it so much fun for shows like this, or the MCU in general, is just having so many different callbacks and things that are kind of fan servicey, but are also... They make sense within the universe,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so she goes... From Sword, she gets the case for a missing persons case, and it's Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man 2.
Yep.
Which I did not mean.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, though. So that's one thing they didn't really touch on that much in the episode, is that this whole thing is brought to their attention because there is this mystery missing persons case that draws them to this area. They didn't tell us who the person is. All we find out is that the person is in witness protection. And that once they get there, that he's tried contacting like family members and stuff like that. And not only do they not know where he is, they don't even know who he is.
Yeah, so, like, doesn't exist for them. So
Wanda's powers have basically made people forget who this person is. Like anyone that knew him does not know him anymore. And
so she's just completely warping reality.
Yeah, like all the cops and everything, they're just they don't even know Westview exists. They're just like that the town's not real. Like,
yeah, they're like, we're from Eastview.
Like, we're from Eastview. There's no Westview. That makes no sense.
Yeah, so she goes, so Monica goes, and they try to send in the drone. That's the drone that we see from previous episodes, except for when we saw it, it wasn't a drone. It was like a little toy helicopter, basically, in color. That's the first hint. And so I guess it's probably colorized to show that it's from
Oh,
the outside world. It
that
doesn't
Guardian
belong there,
damage is
right?
so nice.
And then what? So then we bring in Darcy.
Yeah, then we introduce Darcy, and then Darcy meets Agent Wu, and they might be my favorite like duo on the show right now. Like they were so funny together. Like
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Agent Wu talking to the guy in command after he was like talking about like he didn't agree with the idea to send in another agent because like we haven't heard from the previous one that went in, meaning Monica. But then like they're sending the guy through the sewers, and he's just like, I don't think we should have done that, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy's like, someone probably really misses you back in San Francisco, huh? He's like, no, sir, softball season's over.
Right? Like implying only like nobody likes him other than that he's good at softball.
Yeah, apparently
so,
he's
like,
a stud softball player. That's like the most
other than
interesting
that,
fact.
nobody socially
Stud
interacts with him.
softball player, magic trick wizard, and what else do you need? That's he's the best.
Yeah, but
and then when him and Darcy are watching the episode, and she offers a chip and says, "Would you want one?" And they were just talking about the kids, and he was like, "I thought
Yeah,
about
just
having a
think
little
about
Jimmy
children.
Junior." And
Yeah.
oh, a chip. Yeah, I'll have a chip.
Yeah, no, I thought he was pretty like their deadpan stuff was good. Sometimes
Yep.
like Darcy as a character is okay for me in those Thor movies, but
Mhm.
kind of like mildly, slightly cringy just because it's like this character is completely put in for laughs, you know. And there
Yeah,
were things
she's
in this
definitely
that
the laugh character.
that that
Jokes.
it worked better with for me, and but there were also things that were kind of funny where she comes in to the FBI field office there or the Joint Military Command, whatever it is, and sits down. They're like, "We got your equipment set up for you," and sits down. And after 2 seconds, he's like, she makes some joke, and then 2 seconds later, he's like, "What's your assessment?" You know, like
Yeah.
she just got there.
Yeah, like give her a second. Jeez.
Completely unrealistic. And they wouldn't get her coffee. What the hell is with that, man? I'm sure they got
Yeah.
having coffee right now. They got to have coffee all over the place. Uh,
This is
Toy Shadow '08. I think Agnes is Agatha Hart. Yeah, we've discussed that. You're also saying you think Ralph is Mephisto. Okay.
yeah. So there's and
Darcy
so
Thor 2. She's from both Thor movies, right? For the first two movies. I
yeah,
guess.
she was in both Thor movies, and this is the first time we've seen her since because she didn't show up in Thor 3.
No, was she in Infinity War Endgame at all? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Right? Yeah.
No. So yeah, then once they kind of start figuring out what they're doing, there's a big montage of them just like going through the episodes and figuring out people are. So it confirms that the people in the town are actually real people. They aren't fake. It's not like, I don't know. They're
Yeah,
not
but they're
agents in disguise. It's all
their
like
timing
an
was
actual
really
town.
really interesting because I was thinking about that the second time I watched it. They're um they're watching the episodes basically as they would be if they were edited episodes like what we watched,
Hmm.
but they're there in real time outside watching that. So is it
Hmm.
like all these events are sped up in the town too? So it's only been an hour or two that they're
Yeah,
watching all this?
it'll be interesting to hear like maybe. Yeah, it's hard to know how much time has passed through the series so far. Like, has it been like one day? Has it been each episode has been a day or what?
Yeah, does it all take place
And one thing
over
too that
whatever?
I found interesting too was that I don't think they necessarily announced it in the episode, but people have been saying that this all takes place only 3 weeks after the events of Endgame. So obviously we saw the reverse blip. So that was, right at Endgame. So between then and when Monica shows up to the Sword headquarters was about 3 weeks later, is what I
Yeah,
heard.
exactly. Yeah.
So, and how long is now going to pass between, like you're saying, like, oh, these episodes that we get are only like 20 minutes, but like, are they just not? Is there more that goes on in these episodes that they don't show us, obviously, and are they implying that the episodes are actually longer or something? I don't know.
Well, yeah, just because I mean, you put it. If not, it's weird how they edited it because they have the guy go in, and so we see that the guy who was in the beekeeper suit from
Yeah.
before, and the reason why he had the bees surrounding him, there was no significance to that other than that Wanda is anything that's coming from the outside world. Wanda is transforming into something that should be in the world of the show that she's in.
Yeah.
And it's like they show he's got a cord attached to him and he's got a hazmat suit on. When he pops up into Westview or whatever there, he then all of a sudden becomes into the beekeeper suit. The bees just materialize around him,
Yep.
and his cord becomes like a plastic jump rope kind of thing. So, um,
Thanks, Steve, for the
but the
donation.
timing of that, like they send him down, and then they watch a whole end of an episode. Jimmy and Darcy do,
Yeah.
and then he shows up. So like the timing is either kind of weird or like I think it must be sped up because it's sped up when she has the kids too, right? So
Yeah, definitely. Time
I
works
felt
very weird in here.
yeah.
And obviously we're jumping 10 decades at a time by just starting in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Or we're jumping in like in TV terms, but not in like they obviously look the same
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
um
but they did not see on the TV show The Beekeeper. True, we didn't actually see him show up as the beekeeper on television, and we don't know what even happened to him afterwards too. You just see
right.
his perspective side of it, seeing Wanda, and it actually was kind of cool how that episode, that the whole part when he comes out of the sewer, everything's in color. It's like very dark or darkened colors, but then as he turns and starts to look at Wanda and Vision, everything turns to black and white again.
Yeah, and so he gets just like we see Monica get shot the heck out of there, but
Yeah,
we don't see what happens to him.
yeah, we don't
And
know
that
what
was
happened to
before
him.
she gets shot out. So where's he at?
Yeah,
did Wanda just blip him out of existence or something, or did she stash him somewhere, or what's going on?
yeah. Or did he
Because
just
otherwise he
become
would have
one of the
been
people in the town now, like Monica did?
yeah, and without a memory of the outside world or
Mm.
something. Like maybe it doesn't. Maybe
Yeah, and
however that
that's the
works
other
is
thing. Yeah,
immediate.
so everyone that's in the town, I was really hoping. I think I said this at the end of the watch party last week, that once Monica got kicked out, I was hoping we were gonna hear her say a little bit more about like her time in there, and not just it's Wanda, it's all Wanda.
Hmm.
Um, which I think also might be misleading. That's what they want us to think right now. Obviously, she's the one behind all like the doing that's making all this happen, but I think someone else is pulling the strings behind the scenes still. And like watching the episodes, like the episodes that they're watching get edited and everything, like who's doing that editing? Is she doing it
See,
herself
I think
without
she's the one
knowing?
doing the editing.
You think?
Yeah, I think so because to keep the continuity for herself and not have to
Mm-hmm.
acknowledge reality. Um, but it's tough to know if like someone is causing her to be in that state where she can't deal with reality too, or if it's just like her mind's own natural way of dealing with it, and she just doesn't have the yeah. It just manifests that way, right? Like is
Mm-hmm.
she just going crazy or what on her own because
Yeah.
she's dealing with the grief that way.
Um.
I
So
have
yeah,
this
what was it? I was going somewhere with that, and I got myself off track, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Um.
Redwood saying, I'm sure they actually referenced the Fantastic Four as well in the last episode when they talked about the Sword space program. Maybe that could be that. Like maybe the way that the Fantastic Four comes about is
Maybe.
because they were part of the a Sword space mission or something, and then they get their hit by cosmic rays and get their powers. It says that this is before Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be before Spider-Man, huh? Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home takes place 8 months after Endgame.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this happens way before it actually.
I have this
So one thing that was kind
dog
of
that's
cool when they were
all
going through the whiteboard and like figuring out who all the people were, that they were all real people. Um, they name a couple people, say their real life names, but then you see a wide shot of all the people up on the board, and that Agnes character is on the board, but she doesn't have an ID next to her name. So
yeah, they haven't been able to ID
yeah,
her,
either they
so
just don't know who she is yet, or they just hadn't put it up there yet. Um,
but it seems like it's alluding to
so
the fact that they don't know who she is.
yeah, and that she might be
She's
that
a bit of a mystery.
Agatha Harkness girl that people keep
Yeah.
talking about, and that her husband Ralph is going to be Mephisto. I still think that might be true. And or it's either that or Ralph could be the guy that's the missing person that the whole thing's about.
Yeah, and
Because he's like
what significance does that have?
he's the only name on the show that we've heard in almost every episode, and like we haven't seen him yet, pretty much. And the whole thing is about them finding a missing person. Well, we haven't seen this person yet. Put it together. Oh, he's the missing person. That's my theory.
Could be. I mean, but I don't know why he would be if he was Mephisto or something. Why
Well,
would
yeah,
he be?
that's not necessarily saying he's Mephisto, I guess.
Yeah, I
But
think
I'm
that would
just
have to
meaning like
be.
Ralph could be either Mephisto behind the scenes doing everything, or he could be this missing person that's on the witness protection.
Yeah, they don't talk more about that. I wonder.
Yeah,
So,
I'm hoping we get more of that soon.
are there other MCU related characters who would be in witness protection besides, um, like was Scotty supposed to be in witness protection, or were they, was I forget what the program they were in, right? Because
Uh-huh.
after uh him and Hawkeye, they both kind of lay low, right?
Yeah.
After the Sokovia Accords and stuff. So I don't know, like, could he be considered that person, or would someone be a character like that? Like, there has to be some significance to whoever the missing person is. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's so hard for me to focus on this. I might just switch to arena, guys. I can't focus on the event quest right now. Trying to like figure out a team for all this
and
right
talk
now.
about stuff.
Yeah, my mind is like thinking about the show and everything. So I'm just gonna go to arena.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I think I have to take this dog outside 'cause she's just making random noises next
No
to me.
worries.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Doom manipulating her. If there's hints at the space station for the Fantastic Four, maybe.
Possibly. I don't get the sense that it's going to connect in the Fantastic Four just from
Yeah, I
here.
don't think so. I don't see
But
that necessarily. I definitely think we're gonna get some hint at mutants, of course.
I think
Setting up
that's what
for Doctor
everyone
Strange
kind of
and
expects
Spider
it to be more
Man.
likely is for the mutants somehow getting introduced. But I don't know. I feel like mutants being introduced almost has to be in a movie. I feel like they almost can't do that in a TV show because
Yeah,
even
I could see
even though
that.
Disney Plus is going to be big, right? And lots of people got Disney Plus, not everyone does. And if there's a movie down the road that introduces mutants, like that's the ending of the movie, is like, oh my god, now there's mutants in the world, and you see them show up, and then going forward, you have the mutants in the MCU. I feel like it has to be for marketing purposes. It has to be that big.
It makes sense.
I don't feel like it could be introduced in a show, but maybe they could set it up building towards that in the shows, and then maybe that's what happens in Doctor Strange or something. There's a multiversal phenomenon anomaly kind of thing that leads to there being mutants too, or and maybe it involves Wanda because she's in that movie. So
Yeah.
It was just parole for going to Germany. Speaking of, I just finished the romance arena. Nice. Could Agnes be a Skrull? Potentially, but I think that it's pretty strong hints that she's the Agatha Harkness character or whatever. Hold on, can we have Loki in this? Could the timeline have changed now and there's Loki out there because Iron Man stuff screwed up getting the Space Stone? Well, so I mean, I assume that I don't know if any of these shows are set to cross over. Have you heard anything about that? Like,
I haven't heard that, and they said that WandaVision is going to tie directly into Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
Right, that I've heard. Yeah.
So I feel like if the shows were going to interact with each other or intersect or intertwine, whatever the word you want to use, then they would have mentioned that as well. So I don't think it's necessarily, there might be one where like one sets up another one, but I don't think it's going to be like, oh, we're going to be getting Loki in it. I don't think Loki has anything to do with WandaVision.
I don't know. I don't think so, but it's always a possibility, right?
Also, did you hear that they apparently Elizabeth Olsen said that there's a huge surprise cameo that's going to happen at like the end of the season, like end of the Mandalorian big cameo.
Right, and that's interesting because I don't know how you're going to be bigger than that cameo. But
right, my thought was the only way you could make it like even remotely close to that would be like a Patrick Stewart as Professor X, or
Hugh Jackman
as Wolverine, or Patrick or Ian McKellen as Magneto, which I think would be the coolest one since Magneto's technically her father.
And he's the coolest
from the comics. And I think so. That's my theory, that if she's saying it's that big and we're getting into the whole multiverse, everything, we already know all these different Spider-Man versions are going to show up in that movie. The Doctor Strange movie is called the Multiverse of Madness. We may get the old Magneto back. think
Well,
that'd
and there
be
was talk
pretty epic.
of bringing back her brother somehow, making him
Yeah.
undead too, but bringing back the other actor from the Fox ones rather
Yeah,
than the
yeah,
one
yeah.
from Age of Ultron, which would be interesting. Like
Yep.
rip that actor's career. I don't know. Like, feel bad for that guy.
The guy
but,
that
you
was
know.
in Age of Ultron. We don't even know his name. It's that bad.
Yeah.
He's just
but,
that
I mean,
other Quicksilver that was actually in the
who just
MCU, but everyone likes the other Quicksilver better.
was fine in the movie, but then died really stupidly, and it was like,
Yeah, I bet you didn't see that coming.
like,
Why
like,
didn't
oh come on, Joss
why
Whedon,
didn't
you can do better than this.
why didn't you just grab the kid and keep running? Why did you have to just like?
Yeah, why would you stop? It doesn't
Why
make
would
any
you stop?
sense.
I never understood that.
Just to have him then be, it's a very poor death for a guy who can outrun bullets is getting shot by a bunch of bullets. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he was just quick enough to get in the way, and that was it. Like that makes no sense at all.
Pietro? No, we
But
know
the-
his
and the
name's that.
scenes-
We're meaning his actual,
The actor's
like
name,
his,
yeah.
the
scenes
actor's
from the other
name.
one were
I know the
much better.
character's name.
All right, I'm gonna throw up the potty break screen here. I'll be back in 5.
Alright.
Okay.
Go
All right,
for it.
just a sec, guys.
Tobey Maguire will be the cameo. I see him on set. That's for Spider-Man. Yeah, we're talking Mandalorian. We're talking Mandalorian. No, WandaVision. Evan Peters. No, that's the good Quicksilver. We're talking the one from Age of Ultron. Is it confirmed 9 episodes this season? That's what it says on IMDb. So I think that's about as confirmed as you can get. I don't know. I don't know where else to see. This is a stupid fight. Oh, wait, what? Bye-bye, Furies. That was a joke. Oh, okay. Aaron Taylor Johnson. Is that his name? I don't know. Maybe. My cat wants out now. Hold on one sec. Hey, stop it. What's up, Alyssa? Welcome to the stream. Can you explain what Avoid's awakened ability does? So he gets those intimidating presence once he has collected 2 of each of those. So there's the 3 that he places. Once he's collected 2 of each of those, they convert into one big buff. It counts as all 6 of those combined, and then he starts building them up again, and it basically doubles the power. So 1 petrify is it 50%? I think. Yeah, one pair petrify on the opponent counts as 50%. 2 is 100%. Once you get that big buff on, that counts as 100% petrify. Also the 90% dexterity or 60% dexterity. I think the dex one goes 30 by 30 or 30. The other one's like prevents crits. So then that's when you can start doubling up on it. I didn't really explain that super well, I don't think. There's probably videos out there that explain it much better. My mind's thinking about WandaVision right now. I can't really explain characters. I just playing MCOC to keep you guys entertained, but we're here to talk about Mandalorian. Of course, I'll still answer MCOC questions though if you have them. I'll try to at least. Be careful for leaks. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get any like spoilers. Like I've been last week I saw a preview for last week's episode beforehand, and so I knew that it was already going to be based around the events like outside of the bubble and what was going on. And so I was just like, shoot, I didn't even want to know that. I hate getting spoilers like that. So I have avoided all of that kind of stuff this week. Can't wait for this episode. Same. I've seen nothing for episode 5, and I'm happy about that. Same. I think I was on Instagram and I saw something that looked like it was about to be about it, and I was like, nope, keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Scroll down. I have all 4 episodes downloaded. I've yet to watch them. Alyssa, what? I don't want to spoil. What? Oh my gosh, really? I don't want to ruin anything for you about the episodes.
All right. Where are we at?
I just took a special 2 to the face from Corvus in Arena. Because he interrupted my heavy attack, so that was fun. Thought he was
decided to switch over to Arena, huh?
Yeah. I was just trying to read nodes and it's new nodes and everything, and I'm like, my mind is thinking all about WandaVision and like what happened and what I think is gonna happen. And I'm just like, I can't even figure out what's going on with these nodes, let alone try to build a team to face this right now.
Right. Could be Mordo is involved too. He will be in the Doctor Strange 2 movie, maybe. He is working with Mephisto, potentially.
Possibility.
He didn't seem like he was. I mean, I know he's a villain, but at the same time, he doesn't seem necessarily he's like a working with the devil kind of villain. I don't know. Don't know enough about that.
David's asking, could Kang be the cameo? I don't think that would be that big of a cameo. Plus, they already. I don't think we'd get him here because they announced that he's going to be the villain in
Ant-Man, right?
Ant-Man 3. So I don't see why they'd announce that and then introduce the character first somewhere else. Like, if they were to do that, it'd possibly be in the Loki series, since he's dealing with the Time Variance Authority and Kang's had some deals with that, I guess. So.
Well, yeah, he's the time traveler, right? That's his main thing. But then
exactly.
Also in the comics, then it turns out that he's Franklin Richards too, or something, or I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah, I think he's like a descendant of. Is it Cable, or is it someone else?
No, you're just no. It's so
I'm mixing characters up here.
Yeah. Reed Richards is Franklin Richards' dad, right? So that's
Fantastic Four. Reed Richards. Okay.
His son is Franklin Richards, but I swear there's something in the new comics about where his backstory of Kang is that he's actually Franklin Richards, but I don't know about that because like Franklin Richards has multiversal kind of powers.
Someone's saying it's Reed Richards' son.
Right, which would be Franklin Richards.
Okay.
Unless he had a second son. I thought he had a daughter and a son.
I don't know, maybe.
Franklin and the hell's her name? She's super smart like he is, but yeah. Could Agnes be a symbiote because there are symbiotes in Spider-Man movies? Possibly, but I wouldn't think so. Cute dog pic. What's up? How's it going, Ash?
Big Blue saying you wish you could stay. Yeah, I wish you could stay for the watch party. Yeah, I saw your comment though last week after the episode. You went back and watched it, so that was cool.
Yeah, this was the first episode for sure that actually made me want to go back and watch it again too.
Yeah,
like I've watched the other one. I
rewatched it about an hour before I started the stream.
Yeah, me too. Because I've watched other ones so that we could have the discussion. I could be more up to date on stuff.
Yeah,
I wasn't super excited to rewatch that. Whereas in this episode, I was like, oh, I actually want to watch it because it was good.
When's the next Captain's Corner? You got to keep them going. I definitely have plans to do more of them. I have reached out to the next guest. They agreed to come on the show, so we just got to pick a date still.
Nice.
So that will hopefully happen in the next week or so, and we'll get that video up. So yeah, I'm not going to spoil who it is, but I'm excited for it. That's all I'll say.
Right on. I read one theory that Fox Quicksilver could be playing Speed. I refuse to accept that. That would be confusing.
I just feel like that'd be a little lazy. And it's like, oh, you were fast. You played a Speedy character in another one. Let's make you be the new Speedy character. Because it's like at that point, like, do they make they don't reference? They probably wouldn't reference him as like having been Quicksilver.
Well, they probably would have to make some kind of joke about it or something. But
maybe,
like, yeah, that would be. Groaner. I think it'd be a groaner for sure.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be disappointed.
My guess for the cameo is Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. Well, but he's dead, Doofus Puncher. I mean,
well, so is Vision though, and Vision's on the show.
Seriously dead.
So that's with the Vision. The whole the Vision jump scare when he showed up like dead, basically.
Well, yeah. So we didn't quite get to the end of the episode, but yeah, that was where we were talking about like so. First, where were we at? she shoots Maria, or not? Wait,
Maria,
Maria the
or
daughter.
no, Monica.
Monica, yeah, sorry. She shoots Monica out the town.
Yep.
And then fixes everything, and then Vision comes in, but it's Vision with the Mind Stone plucked out of his head, and so he's all dead. And it's like, is she just carrying him around like a rag doll, or what's
Yeah.
going
So
on?
like, is his
he
real
actually given
is his
life
real
again,
body,
or
his real dead body around, and she's making it come to life and making it appear in one piece, or is he actually somehow back, and in her mind she knows that Vision died, and when she turned and saw him, she imagined him looking like that again?
yeah,
Because I'm still not necessarily sold that he is dead. Oh, I mean, I think there might be some part where she did make a deal or something with, say, Mephisto to bring Vision back. And
well, I feel like you'd have a hard time having a WandaVision series that went more than one season if the second character was just dead the whole time.
exactly,
You know,
yeah.
like I
Yeah,
feel
so
like they
like
kind of have to bring him back to life.
either
He's a
he's
freaking
already back
robot,
to
so,
life and she imagined him that way, or by the end of the season he's officially going to be back. Read last. Okay, let's see. There's
that's
leaked
pretty dark for
footage.
Marvel. I think it was kind of, yeah. Well, we don't want to talk about leaked footage necessarily. Like, we don't want to.
Yeah, don't put
things.
spoilers in the chat, guys. I don't want to know about previous stuff or upcoming stuff. We're just talking about stuff that's already happened.
Stuff that's up to that we've seen, because not necessarily everyone wants to see. Not everyone's going to like YouTube channels and watching.
Yeah,
what
whenever I've seen any of those
stuff.
videos posted of people saying like, "Oh, leak this and that," I'm always like, "No, I don't watch that."
God damn it, no. Yeah, like sometimes it just depends.
Yeah,
on what it
there's
is, but for the most
occasionally
part,
I will for certain things, like I'll watch like a trailer breakdown or something, but I don't always want to see like
you
all
talked
this
about
footage.
last week having seen the just small preview for last week's
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, I
And
talked
it kind
about
of
that.
ruining it for you a little bit.
Yeah, basically the preview that I saw showed Monica Rambeau and Agent Wu hanging out and doing a bunch of stuff. And so I was like, oh, well, this episode's going to give us the explainer for everything that's going to happen. Everything that's happened so far, I mean.
Yeah, so like it's cool if you guys want to watch that stuff, but we'll avoid that stuff for the sake of anyone who doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's pretty dark for Marvel with the corpse. Yeah, I mean it was kind of but there's been stuff like that before too. All the Avengers dead that Tony sees and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I think so Doofus Puncher, like I don't think it would be Robert Downey Jr., but like Vision could be alive, but I don't think that Iron Man could be alive, is for a very cynical reason, I suppose, and that's just that Robert Downey Jr. costs way more money than the actor who plays Vision, you know? So bringing him back and having the potential of having him be in a movie, what do they pay him, $50 million a movie or more nowadays? I don't even know.
Yeah,
so whatever
he gets paid so much.
It costs them tons of money every time. So I think it's unlikely for just actual practical real world things. Yeah.
I did hear about that, Xander, saying that apparently there was a cut endgame post-credit scene that was Wanda retrieving Vision's dead body in a body bag.
Interesting.
So if that's true, if that was like supposed to be like canon and that actually happened, then it'd make more sense that it is actually Vision's actual body.
She is like reanimating.
And she's either she's either reanimating it and bringing him to life, or he's already back to life. Like I was saying.
It's interesting where he brings up that I think what she's doing is warping reality to the point where like no one knows what's going on at all, really, because I think that Monica doesn't really know what's going on. She just has some memory of. I don't think she's trying to infiltrate and do whatever necessarily as a SWORD agent. Well, it'll be interesting to see in this next episode if she was just trying to play along,
or if we even get back to the real world. I think this episode might just jump back right into the TV reality that they're in, and it's just going to be the next
It could be that could be too. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see the outside world again. There's going to be
it's going to be interesting to see if they turn it into now. If it's just going to be they go back and forth throughout each episode.
Yeah.
From like the real world into the TV show.
It could be jarring, depending. Yeah, but so Vision doesn't know the same thing. Like, so it seems like Monica, she just mentions Ultron, then she's like, oh wait, sorry. So I can't tell if she already remembers everything from the outside world and is bringing that up, and she just misstepped, or if it's
Mhm.
like she just remembered that part. Because then when Vision comes up to her and is like, "We don't have to stay here," it seems like he definitely has some awareness that things aren't right, and that
Mhm.
whenever she's had a reset, other than like the radio one, right, with the B guy or other stuff, it's been related to Vision and Vision's death, and him maybe realizing something about maybe the fact that he is dead
Mhm.
or he did die, and so she's reverting it back to a time before then. So it I don't know. I wonder if he if it doesn't really, kind of in a way, it doesn't really matter if he is dead or not, because we're assuming that her children are going to grow up and come out and be part of the real world anyways, and she just would have created them from scratch. So there's
Yeah,
no,
and
it doesn't matter. She could have done the same with Vision, you know?
yeah, that's one thing I think that they've intentionally teased is that when you go into the world, things change, but when you come out, things don't change. AKA, like when Monica Rambeau went in, she wasn't wearing all the old timey clothes. When she was in there, it changed, and when she got booted out, she remained in the outfit she was wearing while she was in the world. And
Same with the rope and stuff
yes,
too,
it's
or
same with the
the
rope that
cord.
turned into the jump rope. It stayed as a jump rope after. That's basically them just saying like, hey, after the end of this, if when her kids leave this bubble, or her kids are real, like that's not going away. And that's also
Hmm.
why I think they partially did this through the decades, and they had the kids in the 70s, so
So they can be aged up by the
they'll
time
be aged
they
up,
come
and
out. Yeah.
they can have like an actual adult actor to play the characters.
Although if they wanted
But
them kind of
also
for,
it'll be interesting to see like how old they get. Like
yeah,
how many more decade episodes are we? Because there's been a lot of people saying that, oh, they're going to be part of the Young Avengers. Well, if they are taking them from
the
they're
70s,
born
then
in
they're
the
gonna be too old.
70s, they're
You're
going
not
to
gonna
be
be
in
that
their like
young.
40s or 50s, whatever.
Yeah,
By the
they're gonna be older than
time
me.
if they're in like live action, so my guess is we're only going to get one or two more episodes as them being in this TV reality. So we're gonna get like this week. I think this week might be the 80s. I think this is gonna probably be that the Halloween episode that we've seen teased about in
Yeah,
the
with them as
trailers.
kids.
So they're gonna be like, or maybe not that one yet, because then there's maybe they'll be babies, and then I don't know. I
I
think
feel
once
like
they get to like teenagers, that's when it's gonna jump to the actual real world.
I
It's
feel
when
like there's
her
probably gonna
kids
be
will
an
be.
episode with kids, and then an episode with them in as teenagers in the 90s, and
Yeah,
then kind of more to whatever time Endgame and all that kind of stuff is supposed to be set at. So
yeah.
it's definitely interesting to see where they're gonna go with that and how many things they want to have crossover and be a part of other things, though.
Big
So
Blue saying that Halloween is episode 6. Is that like the? How do you know that? Big Blue, do you got
without
insider
spoilers.
information that I don't know about?
Um,
Someone in the chat was talking about the toaster and how there's an Easter egg that you flip it upside down, it looks like it says 666. Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have pointed out some stuff talking about the 666, like Mephisto possibly references. So yeah, I'm aware of all of those, and could be real.
um, yeah. How many episodes is the season gonna be? I forget. Is it
I think
8,
it's supposed to be 9.
9? Okay.
Is it
And then pretty
confirmed
much,
that there will be 2 episodes today? I hadn't heard that if that's the case.
yeah, I haven't heard that either. What?
I think it's only supposed to be 1. I don't know.
But
Where'd
I'm
you hear
not
that?
like on any subs or anything looking for it, so that's potential.
Have you seen the
Sorry,
leaks? No,
slightly
I
brighter
haven't. I
screen,
haven't
guys.
seen. I haven't seen the leaks. If you have any information about leaks, don't bring it up, please. Because I don't want to know.
The toaster also looks like Vision.
Yep, that is
There was
another
something
thing.
about that, yeah.
Yeah, and how like it was the first color we saw in the episode was the toaster. There was the red dot in the middle that basically was like the stone in Vision's head. So that's pretty cool. Should I get a featured or regular 5-star? I have Nick Fury, Ghost, and Colossus. I mean, I basically know everything about your account now, so yeah, definitely go for a featured, of course. I mean, I don't know enough. Like, what kind of content have you beat? Like, who in the featured are you trying to get? Are you saying like those are your only? Like, do you only have those 3 5-stars at all? Because if
Or are
so,
those your
then
best ones?
or are those
Either
just
way,
your
just go
only
for
good
the
ones?
damn basics. Don't worry about
Yeah, I'd
features for
probably
a
go
while.
for basics, but I don't know.
Are you gonna stay up till midnight to see episode 5? Yes, probably. I meant to
Of
come and
course.
watch this last one with Cap. Cap is gonna be doing a live watch party where he'll just be watching the episode with everybody, and everybody can start at the same time, have a little bit of discussion then too.
Yep.
The last one I meant to do that, and I just something. I was doing something else, and I realized it was 12:10. I was like, never mind.
It's all
Like,
good.
um, yeah. What's up, dog? Why are you whining again?
Who's
You're fine.
everyone's favorite character in this so far? Personally, I love when Vision notices when someone is off or out of place. Who's my favorite? I mean, like I said earlier, like I they're only in one episode so far, but I loved Jimmy Woo and Darcy's interactions. They were funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
Well,
Vision is, I feel like he's aware of what's going on, and he has those glimpses of where he's trying to figure it out. And then she rewinds time, so it's kind of like cool to see when he's starting to notice something. You're just like, oh, something. Oh, excuse me, man. I keep getting these like hiccups. I ate like right before I streamed, and I'm like talking, trying to like I'm talking. I feel like I'm talking like super fast. I'm not breathing when I'm talking, so it's like giving me hiccups.
Yeah.
Note to self, guys: breathe, then talk.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Woovers.
I don't know who's my favorite character though so far. It's gonna be interesting to see what else they do with Monica Rambeau's character, because there's talks that she might be getting her powers from all of this by being inside there. Photon.
She was Captain Marvel before.
Yeah, that too.
Like Carol Danvers, right? Too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be. I think probably Monica's the one now that I'm most interested in seeing where.
Yeah,
I want to
see more of what with her and maybe like her past missions, because she's going to be in the next Captain Marvel movie. I'm pretty sure, like the same actress playing that character.
Herb is your favorite character, Jared?
Herb is fun. I did like one of the scenes that was funny was like when her water broke, when all the lights went out, and it flashed to like the other couple, and the wife was like, "Do I look fat in this?" or something like that.
Cheesy, classic.
Then the lights went off, and he's like, "Oh, thank God!"
Thank God. Yeah.
The magic show was great. Yeah, the magic show was fun. I liked that.
That was my favorite. I think that was my favorite of the earlier episodes. Was the magic show?
Yeah.
Sure. Are you gonna have a watch party here? No. But if you want to with Cap, go for it. Yes. I may or may not just stream some Arena later or do something else entirely, because I'm slightly burnt out on Arena. So, like, it wasn't that bad going for Strife there.
I was about to say, it's not like you just grinded for a featured or something. What are you tired of Arena for?
But it's not. I didn't even have to get through my 6 stars and 5 stars twice a day to get that score. So
I'm playing.
It's just I have so many characters that it just kind of it's relatively easy to do it half-assed, and I'm not going as fast as I can and getting in as many rounds as I possibly can, or refreshing or doing any of that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like, I was pretty much just doing Arena for the last 3 days, so it's going to work. So, I might just not do anything tonight. Take it easy.
I just had the ugliest looking fight I think I've ever had with Apocalypse. Like, I don't know why, but I keep thinking his heavy reaches further than it does. It just feels like it should, I guess. I don't know why. And I kept trying to land a heavy, and I kept missing, and then I kept getting hit, and I just kept trying. And I couldn't land a parry, so I kept trying to like
me with Morningstar and the Incursion
bait out a special
last
attack.
Time.
Yeah, pretty much. I kept trying to bait out a heavy attack or something and hit him that way, but it just wasn't working. Luckily, I still won the fight, but it was not pretty.
Yeah, I was screwing around with Strife before I got in the shower and stuff.
I saw you took him up already, so.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to, and then I realized I'd get all the resources. I was just like, oh, screw it. Maybe I'll make a video or something. But because I really need to get on the learning different editing techniques and stuff and putting different footage together. But so as I was trying to play around with him just in Realm of Legends, that passive ass AI made it hard to build him up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was trying to give an example of him without his signature ability and then with his signature ability, so that you can see the difference, like if he needed to be awakened, how much better that felt, and with synergies and without. And I kept just screwing it up. I did it like 10 times trying to get a really good one. And then I
Yeah.
was just like, you know what? Really? Screw it. If this is how
not
difficult it
worth
is,
it.
then I should be, yeah, but I should be honest about that too if I'm making the video. Be like,
Yeah,
this
true.
is kind of a pain in the ass, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I just went with like whatever the 11th try was and
Nice.
recorded that. And but I just started it multiple times. I was like, God damn it. Just kept redoing it. But, yeah, he does seem pretty interesting though when he's all built up. I don't know what the heck I'll use him for, but yeah. Um,
I'm using my freshly ranked up rank 3 Killmonger for the first time. Haven't used him
nice.
yet.
When her
AJ.
oh,
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say AJ, the guy that was asking earlier if you should go for feature or basic. He only has 12 5-stars and 1 6-star. And those
No,
are just his
100% go
best.
basic.
So then, yeah, I definitely go basic. You have much better odds of getting a good character there. Even though this featured is pretty solid, there's some bangers in there, but I think basic has better odds.
When you only
probably.
have that many, there's way too many good characters you can get out of the basic.
Yeah,
and
like I didn't.
maybe if you've already gotten a class awakening gem, like say you've gotten a tech class awakening gem, then go for the dual class crystals with the cosmic and tech or something.
Yeah.
So you can maybe get a ghost and awaken her or warlock or something. You can do it based on that. But spending an extra 5,000 shards on this featured in particular, when some of the champions in there are total duds and some of them need awakening and whatnot, like nah, just go basic.
Like if you have the sigil and you maybe want to buy one every rotation.
Or yeah, for the 11K.
For 11K, I'd say that's not the worst idea. But spending the 15K every time right now, no, definitely build up the roster first. And
nah, yeah,
go
I
from
wouldn't
there.
do it. You'll get frustrated if you miss and so forth. And I mean, you're gonna it's a game of patience, right? You're gonna miss and get a lot of crap characters either way. But yeah. When Herb was trying to tell Vision that they were all, and then he never does. Yeah. So that was interesting too, because he's not from outside the world, right?
Who?
Herb.
I don't think so. No, sounds like he was someone that lived in the city before it got taken over by whatever's going on.
Yeah, well, like, why would if he was Mephisto? Because people said like, oh, maybe he's Mephisto or something. Why would
Herb?
yeah, wasn't that what people were saying? Like, why would he be trying to tell Vision anything?
I haven't heard that Herb is Mephisto. Is that
oh wait, no, it's Ralph. Ralph, sorry. Okay,
yeah, Ralph. People have been saying that Ralph.
He's the one we haven't seen, right?
Yeah,
okay.
He's the one we haven't seen, and Agatha keeps talking, or Agnes, sorry, keeps talking about Ralph, her husband Ralph, who secretly could be Mephisto, and she's working with Mephisto or for Mephisto or something.
When they put up the big board, is Herb on there at all? I forget.
Yeah, Herb was on there. Ralph wasn't though.
But they have Herb identified as a person, unlike how they don't have Agnes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was something that someone zoomed in on each of those bios. They had like a description written on it at the bottom. I can't remember what all it said, but there were some interesting facts about characters and stuff that happened in the episodes that we didn't see, which made me think what I said earlier when I was saying how maybe there was more to these episodes that they watch, makes it last over a longer period of time, that they just they're not sharing every episode on the actual show. But
yeah,
inside the world, all the sword agents, maybe they spent like a week of watching it up. There's like a week's worth of episodes in them in the 50s, and then there's another week of them in the 60s or something. Or maybe it is just one day at a time. I don't know.
Yeah.
They haven't really explained how the time works, as we kind of talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But I found that kind of interesting that on those descriptions there was something alluding to the fact that something happened that we never saw.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it was, so I don't remember. But what's up, Hobbit?
I finally watched the first episode, and hey, Dog, you be quiet. Finally watched the first episode and turned it off. Am I in the minority? I think it's enjoyable to watch. Well, I watched the first one and half of the second. Not enjoyable. Okay, gotcha. No, so Hobbit. I wasn't much enjoying the first couple episodes either, but the fourth episode, which is what we've been talking about, is very different. It's not the sitcom format, and yeah, so that's part of what I was talking about earlier. In that it's I can see why for people like you or like me, you might just do that. You might watch through like half of the second episode and then be like, I don't even want to see where this goes because it doesn't hook you. And for me, like the fourth episode was just pretty awesome. I was on from 6 to midnight, like I was pretty excited instantly
Yeah.
when it was something other than the 50s and 60s sitcom format. And that's why I'm like, it didn't I don't know if that's how I would have started out the series if it were I.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, you're not alone, Hobbit, because I really was pretty bored with the first couple episodes and kind of forced myself to get through them because I expected more. And I'm happy to report that the fourth episode here um, is very different and much more enjoyable. So
Yeah. Maximus Savage just sent over $20 saying, so are we thinking Wanda has been parading Vision's vibranium corpse around for 4 episodes? Sup dudes, also thinking Agnes could be a curveball. Could be Abigail Brand. I don't know who Abigail Brand is. I've been hearing a lot of the Agatha Harkness, which is what we've kind of discussed a couple
Abigail
times tonight.
Brand, I know that name. What
But
is she though,
yeah,
or who
we
is she
discussed
rather?
that it's either she has his dead body and she is parading around like you said and just altering it to make him look normal and be normal, and then the whole interaction with Monica Rambeau distracted her, and so she forgot to have that illusion up when she turned to look at him again, or
Oh, okay.
or that he is back and she made some kind of deal or did something, some kind of spell or something that brought Vision back. And when she turned, and she just imagined him knowing that he already died and brought back, but he doesn't know that he died. So that's what that image of him is ingrained in her brain or something. Those are my
Yeah, so
two
so
working
Abigail
theories.
Abigail Brand is uh she was the commander of Sword. So I don't think it would be her. Like, I don't think she would be that character, right? Because if she was the commander, you could say that maybe that was why it was like the dude was the acting director and not the full-time director.
Uh-huh.
If she was the director and she was already in that world, but then he'd know about it, so it wouldn't make sense for that to be not. So I don't think so, Maximus. But yeah, that's it.
Another thing that I just remembered too is back on the whole missing persons thing that brought this whole thing to Sword's attention is when they're going up and putting all the faces up on the whiteboard. They didn't mention anything about like, oh, this is our missing person. So we haven't seen the missing person in any of the episodes. If we have, I feel like that's information they would have shared with us. Because they mentioned it earlier in the episode, but yet once they're going through all the characters and figuring out who's who, they didn't say anything like, oh yeah, that's our missing person right there. So that's more reason to me that's saying like, oh, Ralph might be that missing person because we haven't seen Ralph yet.
Yeah, it's weird that they
At
wouldn't
least
put
to
a
our
picture of our
knowledge,
missing.
to our knowledge, we haven't seen Ralph yet.
Like, you'd think that Jimmy Woo would put a picture of the missing person so that anyone who was watching the episodes there in the little army military compound, if they saw him come by, then they'd be like, "Oh, that's him,"
Yeah.
And so I think there's got to be more to that missing person character.
My guess
they don't want to give away to us, the audience.
Yeah, it'll be a big spoiler to the audience if we knew who the missing person was.
Yeah.
So
because otherwise there'd be no reason not to say who it was.
Do you think Disney would have a devil character though? Of course. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Dude, they just print money.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna have characters like that, and I think they're beyond the days of when the Southern Baptists boycotting Disney are gonna make a difference to them. They're like, nah, we're worldwide, bitches. Everybody works for the mouse now.
Maximus Savage saying Vision could be conceivable conceivably be in the soul world with Natasha. I've heard that theory as well because, yeah, Natasha, Black Widow, died, get the soul stone.
But did he have a
And
soul to begin with?
I think so because
He's a robot.
I feel like, well, I don't know, because there's the explainer where they said like Vision wasn't just a robot; he was part Tony, part Bruce Banner, and Jarvis, and all that put in together to form the mind or whatever of Vision.
So but they also said that he, they were going to try to take the stone out and see if what was left was still Vision too.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like, we don't know, but let's give it a shot. So maybe, I don't know. He could have a soul and it could be there still, but you'd think that if they get that back, that they could get her back too.
Yeah.
Who knows? Because who knows what was supposed to happen? Maybe at the end of the friggin' Black Widow movie that nobody's seen,
right?
She comes back, or something. We don't know.
They might just be releasing on Disney Plus finally.
No, God, that'd be nice though, because I mean, we've wanted to watch it for like a year.
Yeah, I heard the plan right now, as of now, if things don't change with movie theaters, is that when its release date comes in May, that's what it's scheduled for now, is in May, that they'll release it in theaters that are open, but also drop it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But their goal is to just do a theatrical release. Hopefully everything's good by then. So,
if only I had had a plot of land somewhere not too far from Seattle and could have had a drive-in movie theater operating this whole time. I guess there wouldn't have been any movies to show, but
we have a drive-in movie theater near us. Pretty close.
God, I haven't been to one of those in forever.
Same. It's been a very long time. I don't even remember what movie it was I saw there last.
Be fun though. I think it's entirely possible that even if there's some deal in place, Mephisto could actually be fearful now that he's seeing how powerful Wanda is. Potentially. Yeah, man, the sitcom stuff was so brutal. Can I skip them and jump to the fourth? Hobbit, just do it. Yeah.
I mean,
there's information you might find interesting once you go back, but in the meantime, just go ahead and skip to the fourth episode, and I think you'll probably enjoy yourself more. I might tell people just to do that to begin with if they're not into that kind of stuff. I might tell this dog to get bent too. She keeps like growling at me. I'm like, nope, you've had attention and treats today. You can settle the F down, dog. As cute as you want to be.
Big Blue said, yes, he has a soul. Wanda couldn't get into the mind of Ultron because he had no soul. Once Vision was being created, a soul was being created, and she could read his mind.
You know what? That's true. That was in that movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is true. But it also could just be that technically she was created because of the stone he has. So maybe she can only read his mind because she's created from him, essentially.
Linked to it, and Ultron... I mean, Ultron was linked to the stone to a certain degree, too, though, so...
Yeah. Xander pointing out that, too, with the Black Widow movie, that it will be... You have to pay extra to get it when it releases in theaters as well, like they did with Mulan.
Oh, yeah. Was it like you paid a certain amount per household?
It'd be like Disney Plus Premium or something like that.
Well, if I'm the only person in my household, I'm not going to be paying a whole bunch of extra to watch that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be putting up with you either, dog. You need to settle down.
I know, I'm at the 5-star. I'm doing 6 stars right now.
Yes, there you go. Settle down. Wow, I didn't expect that to work so well.
You listen?
She just keeps like, whining at me and begging for attention or something. And then she just came over and I thought she was going to get up on the couch again or something and keep whining at me. Instead, she just laid down. I'm like, oh, okay. Sweet. Do that. Fantastic.
Limited to 2? You're saying if you buy it, it's limited to 2? I don't know. I think Wanda and Pietro are mutants and the stone just unlocked their X gene. Yeah, that could be something that could be a big retcon that they do once they officially add mutants. And I mean, the kids, Wiccan and Speed, are supposed to be mutants. So technically, we have mutants in the world. We just haven't heard the name mutants thrown out there yet. So
yeah, that could be. The stone was
never
Vision.
Maybe that'll happen tonight.
The stone was never Vision. There was no tie between the stone and Vision, to my knowledge. I want to rewatch Infinity War to see what else they say about it and what Black Panther's sister did to him. Well, she said no. There's a part where she's talking about removing it, and they say specifically like what portion of Vision is the stone and what portion isn't, because there's all the other different parts, like you said, of Tony and Bruce, whatever, and like how much so we don't know what would be left over and without the stone. So yeah, no, they specifically say that it's some part of him, but yeah. Episode 3 sets up episode 4 though. Yeah, but I could have done without it. That's what I was saying. It just wasn't for me, man. I just did not like those episodes at all, and was pretty damn bored.
Episode 3 was better. Episode 3 was definitely better, and I just mainly because it had color at least.
Yeah, and I just for me it's just a matter of like I just am not here for a Marvel comedy, really.
Yeah.
Not in this way. Like if you have a cool show and it has comedy involved in it, awesome. That's better. You want at least some comedy, I think, in any kind of a show that's supposed to be fun and entertaining and not like a super drama or anything. But at the same time, those I wish they would have set it up differently, because I think that those first few episodes are going to turn a lot of people off.
Yeah, definitely could. I could see that.
If I wasn't,
Pietro was older, but Wanda was pretty much a teenager before Ultron, supposedly. Also mentioning Shuri, I really hope they put her in the in the Panther suit. Yeah, I think that'll be the route they go in terms of Black Panther.
Well, they got the filming on that done before he died, right?
Did they? I don't know.
I thought they had enough stuff to do the second movie.
Oh, maybe.
But I'm not 100% sure about that. It'll be interesting to see how they handle that.
Yeah.
It's always interesting if like somebody dies or somebody, like what they choose to do, if they recast or if they do whatever.
Yeah, like I have a TV show, Riverdale. I don't know if you've ever watched that or anyone in the chat.
Heard it. I've never watched it, but yeah.
Yeah. One of the characters died during the off season went in, so they had to kill him off first episode.
That sucks. Yeah, there was something like that recently that happened in The Expanse too, except it was related to one of the actors on the show being apparently a total D-bag, and so they had to off him, I guess, just for not having any future contact with the guy. And that was kind of unexpected. So yeah.
So freaking hyped for the next phase. Holy crap, dude, same. I can't wait.
Vision is way too young to date Wanda, just saying. Yeah, that's a good point.
Technically, yeah.
Pretty creepy. If you think about it like that.
Why you gotta make it weird?
Does anyone else watch through all the credits like it's an actual movie? No.
I did week 1. I watched. I did week 1 just because I was shocked that the episode was already over when it still said that
so short. Yeah.
That and it said that like the credits started rolling, and I'm like, there's still 7 minutes left. Is there going to be like an end credit scene, or is there really 7 minutes of credits? Yeah. But no, there was 7 minutes worth of credits. So I was like, really? Well, this is stupid. So I was kind of annoyed with that, and it's been that way every episode so far. So whatever number it says, just subtract 7 or 8 minutes, and that's how long the episode's actually going to be.
My guy's like 5, except for Vision isn't even. Is he even 5? Like, I guess he would be 5 and not 10 because he's dead.
When did Age of Ultron come out?
I don't know how long before that was that.
Well, he could be like he'd get those 5 years would technically count toward his age, even though he died. Like the time didn't. He's not disappear.
Alive, though.
He's not alive, but the time frame, like he would be.
You can't count time that you.
Well, think about it. Like when people die in real life, they say like, "Oh, this would have been my grandfather's 95th birthday."
Yeah, but it's not his 95th birthday because he's dead. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so, but I mean, that's I guess you could. The better in-universe comparison would be Captain America being frozen in ice for that whole time. When he wakes up, he's like, "Well, he's a 70-year-old man or whatever the hell, he's a 90-year-old man." Like, kinda, not really. I think it's also comparable to like having your birthday be February 29th.
Yeah.
And you're only 4 years old. Really, you should be 16, but nope, you're 4. No drinking. No, you could like.
Dude, that would suck. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm sure that wouldn't actually work, but yeah. Socket, hi Aaron, should I rank up my Black Widow deodorant for Event Quest Monthly? Probably. She seems like she's really good for it. I haven't done the event
Ouch.
quest yet, though, Socket. So I'm not 100% sure about that, but I plan on using her. I think so. Yeah, you didn't get there either, but it's the champions who do shock, disorient damage, or one other thing, I think. So, yeah.
How long did it take to get
Mitchell,
good
what's
at
up, Mitchell?
Quake? Still trying to figure that out. She's really hard. takes lots of time to get good at Quake. I consider myself, I'd say, an above average Quake player. I'm by no means like top tier.
It's true. I've seen him play her, so
Yeah, I'm pretty good with her, and it's
she's
mainly
okay.
just forcing myself to use her in tough situations. Using her in Act 6 was probably the biggest thing that I've used her in. That was what it really started getting a feel for her.
Yeah, the more difficult content you're doing and practicing with her,
Yeah.
the better you're going to get, obviously. So,
Just a basic understanding of it. It's honestly kind of like, I think I remember back in the day watching a video that Dave made. He referred to it as like doing a clutch with a car. Like when you're charging the heavy, you have to let up.
one in, one out. Yeah.
Like the biggest thing that people do with Quake is, you're holding heavy, and then in order to like evade and everything, they'll try to evade before they let up on the heavy, and then that kind of throws off the whole motion. So you make sure you're having to like go back and forth with your thumbs rather than just like keeping contact or something like that. If that makes any sense, I don't know.
Yeah, my grandmother taught me to drive a stick by saying it's basically like walking. If you pick one foot up, you put the other one down, kind of, on the clutch and the gas. And so forth.
I've never officially really driven stick. I understand the concept, and the car I have now, the car that my parents originally got for me, before this one, was a stick shift, but it wasn't working properly. Like when they were trying to, the plan was they bought me this car to teach me stick, and then I'd have the car and I'd know how to drive stick. So they're teaching me how to do it in the car, and I'm doing exactly what they're telling me, and the car just like was not moving. It was like grab the ground and just like stop
transmission.
Yeah, it was like
something,
it was freaking out. I was like, what is going on? And my dad's like freaking out. He's like, you're not doing it right. Like, you're not listening to me. I'm like, Dad, I swear I'm doing exactly what you're telling me to do. Then he gets he's like, get out of the driver's seat, let me do this. And he does it, and he does the exact same thing. And I'm just like, thank goodness that he's doing it. And he's doing it as well. And found out, he brought it back to the dealership. And he's like, hey, what's going on with this? And they're like, oh, we put regular gas in there. This car needs premium.
What?
And we're like, how do you mess that up? Like,
but what? How would that make the car not run? That's total horseshit.
I don't know either. With that, and so maybe that it did something and that messed up. I don't
know.
No,
that's not even like, that's not how combustion engines work. That they were.
I don't know.
You got it from some cheap ass used car salesman or something. Like that's complete and total horseshit. There's no way that putting different gasoline in, like a lower grade of gas, would make the car not work. That's just ridiculous. Yeah. I'm not like a mechanic or anything, but I know that much is bullshit.
Yeah, so that whatever it was, my parents were like annoyed with it, so they returned the car and then just got it automatic, and that was my only experience with driving.
I've had a stick forever, but it's kind of a pain in the ass in Seattle. But I also don't drive around downtown where the big hills are that much. So
no, of course
because
not.
the Subaru that I have doesn't have hill assist, so. And they have that nowadays, so it's not really that big a deal. But Ashley saying that every time you thought there would be an end credit scene, yeah, I just after the first one I kind of gave up. I was like, well, if there is one, I'm sure I'll see it on some breakdown.
My guess is if there's an end credit scene, they'll do it at the finale like they did with The Mandalorian. And my theory is that we'll get a Doctor Strange cameo as a cameo in the end credit scene of the finale. And that's what's going to lead us into the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
No diesel versus gasoline? Okay, maybe diesel versus gasoline, that could be, but then they would say that and not premium gasoline. That just makes it sound like you bought a lower grade or something.
What's my favorite car? I don't know. I don't know if I have like when I was younger, I wanted a Mustang growing up. But once I grew up and I, was looking into getting cars, I didn't really care for the Mustangs anymore. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm reading this comment here. And Agam is saying at max vision is 10, so it's still pedophilia. Like, no. The next comment down, someone's saying when people buy sex dolls, they don't wait 18 years or check to see when it was made.
Oh my
Not
god.
hating, just perspective. Like, that's a good point. You know, that's
I
was a
hate to
sex doll
say, but you
produced.
raise a good point.
I mean, Vision, he's a robot. You know,
Vision
like
is a glorified sex doll.
in the future when
Confirmed.
we're buying, you know, our fancy Japanese sex dolls.
Oh.
Not going to check when the manufacture date was. That's ridiculous.
Oh my
Incinerate is the
gosh.
other. Should I also rank up Killmonger? He's got True Strike passive. I wouldn't rank up Killmonger. That guy's a total crock. No, he's a terrible champion. Terrible.
Yeah, I would never
Could you
take
just?
up Killmonger. I would never do that.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
He's
Yeah.
trash. Oh wait, Killmonger? Oh no, he's great.
Socket. I don't know if I would rank him up specifically for the event quest though.
No, I only did it because
Not that champion.
I am lucky and I have a bunch of other good attackers that I am happy with. That I don't really have anyone that like I need for Alliance War for attacking. I have enough options right now, and my Alliance Quest teams are pretty much set right now. If I were to do something for attack, it would literally just be for like story mode and the other stuff, which like I don't really care for at the moment because again, I have enough to do with what I can. So I was just like, let's take up someone for defense.
Yeah, that's what I've done too. I've taken up a couple champions that were just for defensive purposes.
Plus, I've had a fully formed skill for a while now. It's been burning a hole in my pocket. I got no one else to take up except an unawakened Falcon, which, yeah, sure, he's good, but I'm like 5,000 away from forming another skill, so I could take Falcon up like next month possibly.
Yeah, I have. Well, you want? I would get him awakened. I wouldn't take him up unawakened. So.
Yeah, I took him to rank 2 though, still. So.
Yeah, that I'd say is fine, but rank 3, like he gains a lot of damage from his awakened ability, so I'd probably hold off on that. Yeah. But yeah, I've had a cosmic and a mutant one forever that I've just been sitting on that, or it feels like forever now, but don't want to.
What kind of car was it? It was actually a cool looking car. It was like a sports edition Nissan Sentra, kind of like a custom one that had like race car seats in it, or not necessarily race car seats, but it had like cool seats and had like a red like leather wheel and everything.
Wait, so this is the car that with the clutch and it didn't work or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 100% not a diesel, so they were just full of shit.
Yeah, it was some like sport edition, and you know it wasn't a diesel, but they said it would needed to take premium, or I don't know.
I could have seen that if it was a Volvo or something. Dude, I owned a Nissan Sentra. That was actually my first car.
That's actually what I have now. So they ended up getting just a regular like luxury, like, not super luxury, but like at the time it has like Bluetooth.
Gasoline. That's total horseshit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was gonna say, like, I did all the romance arena, right? To get whatever shards you get from that. I now have enough to open 1 crystal. Like, nice. What is this bullshit? How exciting is this? 1 crystal. I guess we'll go get it, but
Maxima saying my Maxima was very picky with gas, non-premium, set off the check engine light.
Yeah, but it still ran. Where is this at? Okay, Cavalier Shattered Heart Crystal. And we have all sorts of exciting champions in here, except for 4-star Cyclops, new Xavier School, 6-star Black Widow, Medusa, Scarlet Witch, and Wolverine not included. Okay. Let's say 1.5% chance to get a 6-star. Let's see what we get. I'm guessing a 3-star Rogue. Should be exciting. Bark, Zoe, bark. Whatever, Pixie. She's chilling. That's good enough.
Is Claire any good? Worth rank 2 6-star? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I took Claire to rank 3 unawakened, actually. But so, okay, so is there anything else we need to cover about this episode, guys? Anything else?
Yeah, let me see. I actually did write a few things down.
Whoa! 5-star Iron Man. Exciting. That was
nice.
Wonderful.
Anything down that I didn't talk about? we just covered everything that I wrote.
Like, nope, yeah, covered it.
Yeah. Talked about that. 4 hours more for episode 5. I know, man. Getting closer to 3, actually. It's more like 3.5 right now.
Yeah, I am interested to see what this one goes back to. You know?
Yeah, and remember, guys, I will be doing the watch party again this week. So if you want to come hang out while we all watch it together, I'll have a timestamp so we all start at the same time, and then after the episode ends, we can talk all about it. I'll probably mainly I try to keep quiet while the episode's going, obviously, so we can all hear it. And then we'll just nerd out about what happened afterwards.
Yammer on incessantly. Dorks. You know it, Pixie.
Yeah.
We're playing a Marvel video game on our phones while talking about a Marvel TV show. We're 100% dorks.
I have a cutout of Wanda like inches from my face on my stream. I'm not a nerd. What are you talking about? I don't have fantasies. What?
It'd be too, like, I like strong women, but
Wanda might be a little much.
Maybe a little much, you know. Like,
that's the thing too. Like at the end,
anytime you disagree with her or does something wrong, like that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, at the end of this episode, when Vision says we can go, we can leave, and she's like, "Well, no, we can't. We're home. No, I have this all under control." His turn when he turns around, he's just like terrified. He's like,
Yeah, it's very specific of her being like, "No, I have everything in control."
When clearly you have no idea what's going on. You are not in control of this at all.
Don't know if someone's affecting her or if she's just losing her marbles. Because in the comics, she just, in the House of M storyline, she just kind of loses her mind.
Yeah.
Wanda could punt me like a football, to be honest. Yeah. Well, whatever you're into. Okay. As long as it's between consenting, living adults, then that's fine. That's what someone else was making a comment about. Like, so if he's dead, what kind of relations have they been having? I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, how did she get pregnant?
Let's not go
He's
there.
Dead.
Let's not go there, guys.
Oh, we're going there. We're there.
Like an Incan mummy or something.
Yeah.
Wanda can turn you into a football. Yep, that's true. What else?
I went on a crystal binge today trying to dupe 6-star Guardian and dupe 6-star OG Iron Man and pulled and duped 6-star Yondu, also pulled 6-star Doom. Hey.
There you go.
Was that your first 6-star Doom, Maximus?
I'm going to say it wasn't.
That's my guess too, but you know.
I'm gonna say knowing Maximus, it was Max Sig, and he got nothing from that crystal.
Probably.
So he's just pissed off about it.
On the main account, yeah, actually it was. Wow. Okay.
Oh, cool. Right.
Nice. Congrats, dude. Welcome to the 6-star Doom Club. Elizabeth Olsen is an awesome actor, actress. Look at the transition from the sitcom tone. Yeah, I know. I was just being, you know.
Actors,
that guy.
Gender neutral, right?
Transition from sitcom tone to the scary tone. Yeah, that whole scene of her like talking about Ultron, because that's the part we didn't really talk about, is when like the whole scene with Monica and Wanda, and she brings up Ultron, and all of a sudden we get Scarlet Witch's accent back. So I hadn't seen that in a couple years. Because that's kind of been a meme, is like when she's first introduced, she has like the strong Sokovian accent, and then like Endgame, she's speaking perfectly like an American accent. It's like, what? What happened to your accent?
Yeah, I don't know what she does with her voice. Like, I don't know what she. I don't think I've seen an interview with her for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I know I did see that one interview that's on YouTube where she talks about the comics and the storylines and what's to come in WandaVision and everything, but I can't remember. She sounds, but she definitely sounds odd in the show sometimes.
Yeah, she kind of like goes back and forth, but that
scene is, you know, like kind of an old timey voice in a way, and then
I think they're definitely like, you know, they have her doing the accents of like the sitcom era of whatever kind of stereotypical wife would sound like back then.
For 50s kind of
yeah, exactly.
What was the? I can't remember what that was. It was just like a little short thing from Family Guy or something, but like the tall pants, something or other, talky, like, oh, nah, you know, like that kind of voice or whatever. And so she's kind of doing that a little bit.
Oh,
And so is Agnes, I would say too.
I just started a fight with my 6-star ghost, and I forgot she's not awakened, so she doesn't start the fight.
Smacked in the face immediately.
Yeah, she doesn't start the fight phased. So I just like sat there, I was like, wait, why didn't I phase? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was screwing around with Strife and realizing that too because his invisibility gets interrupted if they throw their special.
Okay.
And so there were a couple times where I was like, "What the hell?" I'm sitting here having them intentionally, having them miss me so I can build up my charges,
Yeah.
and then I got smacked. Like, is this bugged? What's going on? I had to reread it. I'm like, "Oh god damn it! No, I'm just a dingus."
Episode 4 was a big surprise for the ones who have 1 to 2 star ratings for episode 1 and 2. Wait, what?
For people who didn't like the first.
For the people who
yeah.
didn't like the first 2 episodes, I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, episode 4 definitely helped so much, and I'm glad we kind of talked about it earlier. I like where they placed it. Because I feel like, honestly, I didn't think we were going to get an explanation episode until after we went through all of the decades. And
I feel like
the
season has to end with her coming back to reality, though, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It'd just be too boring if she did.
Yeah, I think we're going to get 2 more time period episodes, like you said. 80s tonight, 90s next week. Kids are going to be teenagers. Then everything's going to be brought back to the real world. The kids are going to be teenagers. They're going to move on to Young Avengers down the road. And we're all going to live happily ever after. Maybe. Who knows what's going to happen.
Somehow don't see the happily ever after part, but...
I just wanted to throw it in there.
Should be interesting. Wanda will be a great villain after this is all said and done. I could see her... I don't know. There's a lot of characters like that they've... could potentially be kind of evil for a while.
I don't think they'll make her a villain. Yeah? She's definitely being drawn up right now to make it look like to us that she's the villain, but there's got to be something else going on behind the scenes.
Well, in the House of M storyline in the comics, she kind of she's originally a villain when she's introduced. Mm-hmm. She's a Avengers villain, I think, right? I can't remember if she's introduced in Avengers or if she's introduced in X-Men. But she's a villain to start off with, and so is Quicksilver, and then they quickly become good guys. But it's I don't know if they would kind of turn her into a villain, do the opposite of that in a way,
mm-hmm.
for the shows or the MCU. But it would be interesting. But in the House of M storyline, she's partially doing all this because Magneto is telling her to do this too. She wants him to be happy and to be in charge and have it be his vision of the world and everything, and that's why she just kind of wipes out Charles Xavier, and nobody knows what's going on except for always Wolverine. He's always the kind of MacGuffin-y character of the plot of mm-hmm. everything, because he regens, so you can only control his brain so much, then he's going to return to his other memories or some kind of horse shit. But anyways, yeah.
I just had a funny interaction. I was using Mr. Sinister versus Mr. Sinister, and I have suicides on. I threw my special 1, transferred my buffs to him. He threw his special 1 and transferred them right back.
All back? Nice.
My debuffs, I mean. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Did you live, or?
Oh, no, I ended up winning the fight, but it was just kind of a funny little thing. Who's stronger, Jean Grey or Wanda? It was like those little game of hot potato. In the comics, I want to say Jean Grey, or I guess if we're talking Phoenix Force, Jean Grey.
Yeah, but if we're not, then Wanda.
If not, then Wanda's probably
because she can warp reality.
All right, rank advice, please. I have 10 rank 5s, so can rank up unique 6-star AA to rank 2. If he's awakened, he's already my answer. I don't need to see the rest.
Yeah.
Or I am being Iron Man, or who else could be I am?
Maybe Iron Man Infinity War or something like that. I don't know. If Archangel's awakened, though, yeah, do that, guy.
Yeah, but then we got Sunspot EF.
Emma Frost.
Oh, Emma Frost, okay. Emma Frost to rank 5. I have Mags and Colossus at rank 5. So you're naming a bunch of mutants then. Is there a mutant that's I am? Iceman.
Oh.
I've never referred to him as I am, but okay, I get that.
No, yeah, probably because there is an Iron Man.
AA
So.
is not awakened as a 6-star. Dang, that's a bummer. So I'm guessing Iceman, Sunspot, and Emma Frost are all awakened then. And you already have Magneto and Colossus rank 5. Honestly, I'd still possibly do Archangel, even unawakened. Because what, his awakened ability, you just get
a lot of damage. He's just not going to shut down nodes.
Yeah, you don't get the
utility.
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, whoops! I didn't need to do that. All right, okay, whatever. Awaken makes it so he does the ability reduction, right? But you can still like convert everything from bleeds into poisons and neuros.
Yeah, he has the damage unawakened. So that's.
I'd honestly still go with the Archangel because it's long term. Like that's going to be the best rank up there still out of all those characters.
It would be.
I'm not a big Emma Frost fan. Never really have been. I understand like she has some high damage potential, but I don't know. She's just not my cup of tea in terms of her abilities, at least.
It's the immunities. She's basically immune to everything, and she does decent enough damage. But I haven't taken her up over other champions either. Yeah. So I've always found reasons to take other champions up instead.
Wow. I almost ranked up Gambit today to rank 2.
Yeah.
Because I got him awakened already. I was just like, I need to play around with him more before I decide to do that. Plus, I already have Magneto and Apocalypse ranked up, so like I don't really need another mutant at the moment.
I haven't played with him much, but so far what I have played with him, he hasn't seemed to be terribly exciting, really.
Yeah.
I haven't played with him as a horseman.
It's been more on the terrible side rather than the exciting side.
I mean, it hasn't been terrible. It just hasn't been like it just wasn't anything enough to be like, ooh, I can't wait to rank up my Gambit, you know? Because with Falcon, I played with him a little bit once he was awakened. I'm like, actually, yeah, I really want to rank this guy up after the buff. But he's and Magneto too. He was buffed and then awesome. But I feel like you gotta, for it to be an older character like that, you gotta have him be pretty awesome. And Gambit's like, okay, you know.
All right, Maximus saying if he meaning Vision, if he decides to fly out of the bubble, does he deanimate? It's hard to say because we don't know how he's back officially yet. Like, is he dead and she's animating his body, or is he actually back? So we'll have to wait and see. I keep leaning more toward the fact that he's actually back, just because like we're getting so much of his side of things, and it's not only the episodes aren't only focused on Wanda. We only see Vision when she's in it. Like we see his side of things, like figuring stuff out, and unless she's completely reanimating his mind and everything, I don't know.
Well, but it once again goes back to that, like, why the hell is Herb trying to tell Vision something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does this person who, if this was just a person in the town and they're identifying that person, or from wherever the hell all the people because we don't know exactly if she just took over this town or if she created this town from nothing. And these were people, because they've identified some of these people.
Yeah.
But you'd think that if they were just identifying people, then they could just have found some information about who all lives in Westfield. Mm-hmm. Did they look to see if this was just that the cops didn't remember the town being there at the beginning, or if it just never existed before, like if it had been wiped from, say, Google and phone books or whatever, right? So I just don't get why there's a character in the town, no matter what, if he's been taken over or what, who's trying to like talk to Vision or warn him slightly.
Yeah, like are they self-aware of what's going on around them?
Yeah,
like that's where I wanted more from Monica Rambeau, talking about like her experience inside while she was there. I think that's actually earlier when I said I lost my train of thought. I think that's what it was I was going to talk about, actually, was I wanted to hear more from her about what she experienced while she was in there. Like, was she aware of what was going on around her?
Yeah.
Did she have self-will? Like, could she do whatever she wanted, or was she just a puppet basically being played and had to just go along with the script or whatever was going on?
Hopefully we get some information, because I'm hoping that we don't get just straight out sitcom stuff, because we've seen from the trailers there's the trick-or-treating scene and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping that is now going to be interspersed. Like we start out maybe in the military camp and then zoom in through the TV, and then we're
Yeah.
back to the Wander world, you know? So we get maybe both parts of it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and instead of just one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Mona's saying that Gambit is awesome by himself, but with APOC, he's a favorite of mine and a VIP for me. Okay, so
There you
there's
go.
a different perspective on it.
See
How
you
you
later,
doing today,
Big Blue.
Mona? Hope
Don't
you're
know
doing
if
well.
you're still here, Big Blue, but I appreciate you hanging out and fun watching back the stream tomorrow. One of these days, we'll convince you to stay up with us and just say, yeah, work is not super important.
Work is stupid. Yeah.
Just kidding. I think everyone inside the bubble is her creation, but she can alter reality so it would be real in her sphere of influence. People
Well,
in
but then
there
how are
could be
they
real
identifying these
people just
people
running
from
her
their
software.
pictures?
Yeah, see, that's the only thing.
Because they're
Maximus
doing
is
facial
that,
recognition
yeah,
and putting up who these people actually are.
yeah. So they're actual real people. The only person that didn't have a label was Agnes.
But then again, like that's what I was saying too. Like, so they're real people from the real world that
Yeah.
she has. I think in the same way that Monica, when she goes into it, gets integrated into that reality. But that's why we're wondering: did Monica know what was going on, or did she just happen to have like faint memories of things not being right? So she was
Mhm.
living whatever, but then not, you know, because if these were if this was a town and she just took over the whole town and that was just the population of the town, you'd think that they could just find like, oh, we don't have to do facial recognition searches on who these people are. We just looked up who lived in this town.
Yeah.
You know, like we got a list of them and they should all be there, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Makes sense.
yeah. So I don't know, but I hope that we don't go back to that just bland sitcom format that had Hobbit tuning out.
Yeah.
It had me pretty much ready to tune out too. My friend Casey, who you'll see every once in a while, is a big Marvel fan, and he said, you know, no spoilers, but if you don't like this fourth episode, then the show is probably not for you. And
Yeah.
instantly on turning on this fourth episode, I was like, ooh, okay, this gave me a little bit of tingles and whatever.
Yeah,
like,
it starts off with a bang. Like
better.
instantly
Yeah.
you're just like, oh shoot, this is reverse of that. We see all the chaos of it coming back. Because that's one thing that they definitely just gloss over in Endgame is when the reverse snap happens, like, oh, everything's back together. All the people show up for the Avengers Assemble moment. But we didn't see...
They see Spider-Man 8 months later and stuff. Or,
Yeah.
So we kind of don't get
Yeah,
to
we saw that little part when, like, oh, the
cool
band showed up in the middle of a basketball game. Like, oh, that was funny. But, like, no, these people, like, yeah, think about the hospitals. Think about... We talked about the mailman earlier.
The mailman wasn't ID'd, and I think he was another attempt from Sword, and somebody got changed into the mailman. Well, but if he was another attempt from Sword, then they would ID him easily because they would have sent him in. So that can't be. I wouldn't think.
Jose saying, I don't get why this town and these people. That is true too. Yeah, we don't know why what brought Wanda to this town in particular. Like, why was this area where this whole thing happened? It was. I feel like it's all gonna probably tie back to who that missing person is my theory.
It could be that, or isn't the Avengers compound in the movies is it like in upstate New York or somewhere?
It's not generally super far away from there, I think.
Area, so it could be kind of close to New Jersey or something. And that's not, upstate, but you know what I mean.
I think she's the missing person. It could easily be Abigail. Agnes feels too easy and like a setup to be Agatha Harkness.
Well, but then
missing person was referred to as a he by Jimmy Woo. Someone said.
Yeah.
I think
I mean, so, he knows. Yeah. He knows who the missing person is. So if he saw the missing person, he would have said something about it.
Yeah, we said that. We mentioned that earlier, that when they were putting up all the images of all the people that are in there IDing people, you know, you would think that if they had ID'd who the missing person is, they would have shared that with the class, you know.
But that would explain the odd interaction between Agnes and the mailman. What was that? I forget exactly.
The mailman just kind of like walked by and she kind of gave him a look and gave him like little finger guns or something, and he was just like, whoa, don't. It was something weird.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything.
Can't remember exactly, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's much into the mailman.
Like I said, if you
kind of give him a look as he walked away.
If it was a Sword agent, Sword would know that they sent him in. You know.
Yeah.
So he would be ID'd. Like, and you said he wasn't ID'd on the board, so that kind of rules that out.
That's also true. That's a good point. Who is this guy? We don't know who he is. He's one of ours. We sent him in there. But who is he?
Don't shoot. I'm just a messenger. The finger guns. Yeah.
That's.
I mean, that could be something else though, because we still don't understand what's up with Herb. You know, like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. Why was he cutting a brick wall?
Yeah. And trying to warn Vision about something. Yeah, but I'm excited. I will be excited to see this next episode and see where it goes. Much more interesting. That said, I still think that I'm more interested in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I wish they just the names though, man. The names are so dumb. And I get it, because it's like the other shows are Daredevil, the Punisher, Iron Fist, right? It's like the name of the character. It's just so clunky. Daredevil or Falcon and Winter Soldier, yeah.
I think the one that'll be really cool will be Secret Invasion with Nick Fury.
Yeah, except for how much money they have to spend on him too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how. Like, Wanda probably is pretty expensive too, at this point. I feel like, but yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. Not compared to
maybe they're all dead, says Slayer of Gods. I've heard that theory, and you must also watch New Rockstars, because I think that's a popular theory Eric Voss has had on there. Well, maybe not popular, but that's a theory that he's mentioned a couple times, that maybe all of these people are actually dead.
And she's brought them all back to life.
She's brought them all back to life or something. I don't know if I don't think that one's going to be true. But
once again,
like a bit of a stretch.
So they identify him. They say that, you know, the mom from that 70s show and her husband are the something or other, Sharon Davis or whoever the hell they are, you know, whatever. So you'd think that if they identified the people,
they would have notified, like, hold up.
Come up would be like, wait, they're dead.
Yeah, because that's what her reaction was when they saw Vision. She was like, wait, isn't he dead?
Easily
he's dead, right? He didn't get blipped, like he's dead. I feel like
and the FBI should have the records of when someone's deceased or not. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was joking. I hope Eric is wrong about Mephisto, since he won't shut up about him. I don't think he's going to be wrong about Mephisto. I'm kind of fully on board with the Mephisto hype. I think he's going to be part of it. Like,
maybe the mailman had a message for Agnes from Hayward. Maybe. I don't know. I think that the only two sword agents that were in there were Monica and then the guy in the beekeeper suit, and we have no idea what happened to that dude. So there could be other people who are in there from other realities and things, but I don't think that they're going to be related to the government people. I have a good question for you. If Tony snapped away Thanos and all his Chitauri forces, would that include Vulture's gear since it was tinkered Chitauri tech? I don't know. Would it have been? Maybe, but he's already lost that stuff anyways too, right?
I think so. I mean, he's in prison, right?
He got arrested.
He's in prison, so
he might have to create out of something else.
That's another movie that I'm excited to see what's going to happen with that and how that's going to tie in is Morbius, because he's supposed to be in Morbius.
Like the Sony stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there's the prison scene between him and the one other dude, right? And will Venom cross over? And what's his face? Mad Max.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody's favorite actor, Tom Hardy, who can do no wrong and be in anything.
Right. Mama Bear's probably going to show up in a second now.
But would the gear be snapped away is what I'm asking, since it's tinkered with, it is excluded now. I wouldn't think that Hulk wouldn't have thought of that, right?
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't have thought like, I'm going to leave any of the alien technology that we've found. I think he just was getting rid of... I mean, you do see the spaceship disappear though too. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Which is convenient because you wouldn't have to clean up after that spaceship. And it's a large spaceship. You have to pick.
Slayer said Gamora wasn't dusted, so I assume the tech is fine. I think he only eliminated active threats.
Maybe, yeah. They don't exactly explain all of it,
Yeah.
precisely how he did it. He just says he tried really hard to bring back Black Widow. So
Scorpion was the person Vulture met in prison. Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about though in the Morbius movie how we see him interact with Morbius.
I thought he was one of the better villains that they've had for sure.
He's definitely been
because
one of the
he's
best because you actually you understand why he's doing it.
yeah, you get his motivations. So he's like, I'm just trying to make money and take care of my family. This is
Yeah.
bullshit that we keep getting stepped on because we're the little guy. The heroes create the problem, then they have a company that comes in and cleans it up and gets all the government money to
Yeah.
like, it's a very believable, relatable character. He just chose the wrong way to go about it. So
Yeah.
it's a little crazy.
When's the next level up event? Probably for a couple, not for a couple of days. It would literally just ended a few hours
just
ago.
had it, so probably 3 days from now,
Yeah, something like that. Oops.
roughly. Oh God, don't sneeze. I had a tickle there. I'm like, don't sneeze in the headset, damn it. What's up, Hans? How's it going? You have arrived. You missed most of our discussion of spoilers and stuff. There's rumors about Omega Red possibly being in Falcon Winter Soldier, along with hints at the new Wolvie. Who would you cast as the new Wolvie? I say Scott Eastwood. Who's
No
Scott
idea
Eastwood?
who that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that. Bright screen, guys. I apologize. Scott Eastwood sounds like. Well, he sounds like a male actor in adult movies. Maybe it's just because he's Wood in his name.
I thought Ronan felt like a very menacing villain in Guardians 1, underrated. Yeah, I like Ronan. The whole Guardians movie, just everything about it. I
Oh, he's Clint Eastwood's kid. Okay.
was say he's probably related to Clint Eastwood if I had to guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Is he a good actor at all? I feel like that's a good. What has he been in? Oh, I forgot. I don't think I have. I don't have the sound set up on the other things. I can't show the browser. Sorry, guys. I was gonna show that, and I'm like, wait a minute. No, I don't have the sound set up there. That'll be.
Welcome to my stream, Hans.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was crazy powerful. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just to say, like Scott Eastwood certainly looks. I mean, he's a handsome dude and looks a lot like his father, and I can see being a good Wolverine. He looks a little rugged and so forth. He looks kind of like Chris Evans in some of these pictures, though. Looks like a GQ. He looks a little bit like Hemsworth too. Damn.
Yeah.
Very basic white dude handsomeness, I guess. But there's one picture with him in a tank top. And I'm like, okay, I could see some stupid hair and some more choppy sideburn beard.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wolverine. Oh man, whenever they recast Wolverine, it's gonna be so weird for me because Hugh Jackman's always been Wolverine for me. Even though I know
decades
in the comics, he's not a very comic book accurate Wolverine in terms of like
he's too tall
and everything. But like X-Men was really what got me into superhero movies because I didn't read comics or anything, and those X-Men movies are what really got me excited. And those, and then the Spider-Man, and then I think it was the Dark Knight trilogy next. Between like all of those, it was. But I was just like, I'm a nerd. I like this stuff. Ross sent over $2 Canadian saying tip jar. Thanks, guys. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you throwing some money into the tip jar.
Hans saying he didn't get a notification. Yeah, no, YouTube sucks. Looking forward to the new episode, though. Is it dropping at midnight or tomorrow morning? It should be at midnight. They're always midnight. He could pull off Grizzled, plus he could look good with and without the suit mask. Yeah, like I think he'd be fine. I just depends on if he's a good actor, actually, because Hugh Jackman, that turned out that he's actually a really good actor. So I call him Huge Jacked Man. Well, only when he's playing Wolverine. What's up, Philip? How you doing? He hasn't had a big break, and Wolvie could do it for him. But is he worthy of it? Go ahead.
Norris sent over 20 Czech dollars. And he said, last please. So I said, what's up, Cap and Abdo? I heard that in China they censored all kinds of devil movies, so that might be a problem to introduce Mephisto as a main villain, but I still hope for him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's up, Norris?
Heard some about that as well. I don't know.
Why would the Communist Party censor
themselves? I don't know why.
religion? Like Christian? Like I mean, they don't just because it has anything to do with religion at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't think that that's the case for a lot of stuff, right? They have plenty of movies that have other demonic things in them and so forth, and have,
Yeah.
I think. So yeah, I have not heard about that. Don't know.
Jason,
I'm not up on my Chinese politics though. So.
Can't say I am either. I barely struggle to keep up with our own politics, so.
That I'm well versed in, but we'll avoid that subject.
Yeah. I always try to avoid all of that. Yeah, just because I don't want to offend anyone on either side, because you know what's going to happen one way or the other.
We're all here for fun, so stick to fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have officially obliterated the 6.2 champion, Jason. Awesome, man.
Nice. Congratulations.
Is a good feeling. I think all of us remember our first time beating the champion, and we just collectively give a giant
F you to that guy.
Bleep you, yeah, F you to the champion and say, I never want to do that fight again. And then we go back in and we 100% the quest, having to do that fight at least another 3 or 4 times.
Stopping by real fast to drop a like, then you gotta go. What's up? Thank you, Rexius. Have a good one. Disney Plus isn't in China anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's not? Oh.
That's what Mona's saying. Things I could Google but won't for 500, please. Ken.
South Park got censored in China? Did it?
Yeah, but that's probably because they were
South Park offends a lot of people.
Yeah, they go out of their way to offend people they don't like, and that could include the Chinese government. Now, see, we're probably now getting our streams are going to be censored in China now. And there's probably some.
Yep. Sorry, Chinese. Sorry, my Chinese viewers. You can't watch my videos anymore.
Some poor Chinese dude who's having to censor things live as this is going out because they have enough people where.
Let's just make his life more difficult. Devil, Satan, 666. I did those all in threes. So
nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
Yeah, you picked up what I was putting down there. Awesome.
I did. Gonna explore the uncollected EQ, only 1,500 away from a 6-star. If you're still streaming by the time I finish, I'll let you know what I get. Okay, cool. Probably not. We're probably gonna be getting done here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm on my last. Yeah, he is live. I just checking that. I'm on my last 3 6-stars. This has been a very productive event quest stream, guys. I'm glad. I clickbaited you all into doing Cav difficulty. That was not intentional, guys. I'm sorry.
So you said you were doing that, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to try that.
I didn't think it'd be that hard, but then I forgot that they changed up the notes this month.
Yeah, they changed it, so you got to pay attention.
I was just like, oh, wait, I actually need to read these and figure out the team and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So
I will be
my apologies, guys. I'll do another stream possibly where I do Cav difficulty or... maybe I'll just do it off camera. I don't know.
That's much easier to do when you're not talking to someone else too and trying to figure out multiple different things at the same time. Theorize about shows and whatnot. But Hans, I hope you get somebody good. Good luck on your crystal for sure.
Ooh, nice.
I was talking to Cap earlier about the fact that I don't know exactly what I'm doing with my 6-star shards and crystals at the moment. So
yeah,
I have a featured I've already bought. And it's just sitting here, guys. It's just sitting there. And I have enough for a second one. But I'm not going to open it. And I'm sure that's probably will drive people nuts.
I mean, the fact that you're holding on to a featured 6-star right now, not opening it is driving me nuts.
Yeah, right? Like, I'm sure it's going to be bothering some people.
Can you just give it to me so I can open it for my account?
So we have 46 days left on this round of featured. And I'll just continue to get the 13K ones up until then, which will probably take up a decent amount of my 6-star shards anyways. But I have like about 16 good outcomes in there as far as a new champ or a dupe, so I'm okay with that.
Have you opened any of those already? The featured 6-stars?
Yes. I got another 20 SIGs on my Falcon, which was okay. I got Elsa for the first time, and I think... Maybe I duped Falcon the first time. No, I think I've done 3 and they were okay, but I can't quite remember.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty lucky on it, getting Apocalypse twice, Dragon Man.
I'll say.
Dragon Man, Long Shot. I think I got. Did I get my Falcon from there?
Seeing both of those guys would be new for me. So
Can't remember if I got Falcon from there or not, or if I already had Falcon. I got Green Goblin the other day. That was pretty
awesome. Yeah, I saw that.
That was a thing that happened. The only other characters I'm really looking for in there is, the obvious one, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then probably Professor X.
Well, I was thinking about ranking up my 5-star Cosmic Ghost Rider, and
I took mine up. Yeah,
I thought about like, oh, but what if I pull the 6-star? Then I'm gonna be irritated. I wasted the resources on the 5-star.
Yeah,
and
I thought that.
And I have this featured crystal sitting there unopened, so he could be in there already.
Yeah, he's technically already on your account. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
But so I feel like Cosmic Ghost Rider is one that, like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have 2 of them, similar to like Corvus or.
He does a lot of damage, but he doesn't have the utility, as far as I know, as like Corvus or Magneto or whatever.
Yeah, I just feel like if you have one that's locked in Alliance War, Alliance Quest, then you can still like just do regular questing with him.
For me, it's just a matter. I don't know where I'm going to use him.
Yeah.
If I was using him in War, maybe, but I don't know if I'm going to. So we'll see. I want to wait till the featured is about to change, and then if, say, I pull him once or I pull Apocalypse once, and don't get him from units. Don't get him from any like twice. If I have a couple of them, right, then I might try more features to try and awaken that champion if they're good, like Cosmic Ghost Rider or Apocalypse or something. And if not, if I don't get anybody that's super cool, then I might just go for basics. So because there's more champions I want in the basics than I want in the featured. But yeah, Boltify, what's going on?
You pulled Doctor Doom twice. That was long ago, but that's enough for me. Oh yeah, I mean, like that was a pretty good day. I was pretty happy.
Yeah, that wasn't even that long ago. So
no, it was Cyber Weekend. Yeah, and then like a week later, whatever, this featured 6-star dropped, and I pulled the Apocalypse back to back, or not back to back, but I duped him at least.
Yeah.
But guys, I'm going to be ending off my stream. So I thank everyone for hanging out. I don't know, Abdo, are you going to continue going for a little longer, or?
No, I'm going to go ahead and put in a link to Brian's channel. I'm just spitting out a couple crystals here.
Hashtag Beard Gang, guys, if you want to go hang out on Brian's stream. That way he'll know you came from me. And then if you guys want to come back later tonight, I'll be doing the watch party again. I mentioned a couple times earlier. So yeah, midnight Pacific time. We'll be getting ready to start the episode. So I hope to see you guys there. Abdo, this was fun as always. Look forward to these every week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week too, because the incursions will have reset and we can actually get something out of them.
Yeah.
It's easier to do when we can do incursions. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, have a good night, Captain Stream.
Sounds good. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.